Hello, and welcome to Quests and Queers, a Dungeons & Dragons game stream with a special focus on LGBTQ plus players, stories, and characters. D&D has been especially welcoming in recent years, but we wanted to carve out our own space anyway. This is our very first recording, a pilot episode, or even a test run you could call it. We're calling it Episode 0 because the players or characters or even the technical aspects of production might be changed once we get the ball rolling for real. If you're watching or listening to this, thank you for being interested in our extra content. As Quests and Queers gets off the ground, we will be live streaming to twitch.tv, YouTube Live, and maybe more. We also hope to have Quests and Queers available as an audio podcast. Quests and Queers may contain mature subject matter, fantasy violence, and coarse language. If any of those things might upset you, viewer discretion is advised. Quests and Queers is in partnership with Toronto Gamers, a local LGBTQ nonprofit looking to connect nerdy queers through video games, board games, and of course, Dungeons & Dragons. Music is provided by Foxamore and available on his Bandcamp.
I am the game master. Our lovely music is provided by Foxamore, and I've been here for a little while. I've been jamming for a couple years, and yeah, I go by he/him pronouns. I am also the story narrator, various characters, NPCs, and gods. And we're going to introduce some other people here as I try to string them through the hands of fate. Mystical, magical. We're going to start from this end of the table, and we're going to go on from there. And, yeah.
Am I introducing myself, or are you introducing me?
You can introduce you.
Hello, I am Mark, aka RK. You may recognize me from my YouTube channel, Culturally Effed for Furries. Today, I go by he/him pronouns, and today I will be playing as Egreth Bloodmaw, a Gnoll Ranger who goes by she/her pronouns.
Hello, my name is Charlie. You might know me by my artist name C4 Studios, and I go by he and she pronouns. I am going to play the character Rubalux the Red, a red dragonborn paladin who goes by he pronouns.
I'm going to be playing as First Protector Lazgra. My name is Ada, my pronouns are they or she, and my character is a hobgoblin wizard. First Protector Lazgra, daughter of Kalgra, third heir to the Tower of Mystics, and keeper of the Shattered Star is her full title. She uses she pronouns just because that's what fits, despite goblins not really having a strong concept of gender.
Okay, my name is Maverick. I use they, them pronouns. Today I'm playing Raveno, race redacted, class redacted. And Raveno's pronouns are they, them, and he.
I am Jackie. I'm one of the hosts from Toronto Gamers. Today I'm playing a half-elf warlock. Her name is Aisha Nightshadow. She goes by she or her. I personally go by him or he. Yeah, I hope to have fun tonight.
And our tech support provided today is by Danny, who you do not get to see, but we very much appreciate having on board.
Thank you,
Danny's
Danny.
the best!
Thank you!
You'll be remembered in the halls of the Blood Ancients.
With that, let us begin Quests and Queers.
Do it!
Yeah, I always like to growl.
That was
All right, Brett, please introduce us to the realm.
Yes.
Set the stage for our viewers.
You will be taking place just about in a place called the Fading Rift. The Fading Rift has been a place of many, many ages, about approximately 5 by this time. During these years, the world has been shaped by divine explorers and mortal gods. Various characters that participate inside the realm is ruled over by the realms of species. So, for instance, gods are very much mortal. They act as mortal characters. They have mortal ambitions, but nevertheless have realms of divine power. During this time in history, the dragon's era has just passed, and a kraken has been found just below in the Tritonus Sea. But some remnants still remain. Elidrath the Dread, still remains near Elidrat's waist. A cinder scar burns upon the dust rubbles, as it mostly contains the continent. The party itself, mostly, excluding one character, is found inside a small, dank dungeon, just outside the main castle itself, where Hemlock Helkan Castle. Just inside Helkan Castle. Most of them have been searching for particular objects, righteous quests, or just a simple safe haven. So far, only 4 reside in the dungeon right now. Most of them tattered with puncture marks in their sides of their legs and their arms, stuck inside a dank, sunken dungeon with very little light and maybe a loose torch. They can hear subtle noises in the background of snarls and other undead noises. Lies in the dungeon is Ruby, Lasgra, and Night Shadow, chained in the corners in loose binds that easily break as you begin to struggle. You can see outside of the gated door. It's just behind you. You see tattered flames and different ungodly creatures present. Just outside, the recollection that comes to you is that you came searching for a person named Dalim. This is Helkan Castle. What do you wish to do? You find yourself not as many weapons as you like. You find a lot of defensive weapons are gone, but long swords, staves, daggers are mostly missing. Some defensive items are also around. Things like shields are not particularly of use, but you find a lot of your offensive weaponry is gone. And you awake, unknown to the others around you. What do you wish to do?
Am I outside of the...
You're slowly getting there.
Okay, I'm not there yet?
Same.
Sorry.
So I see 2 other people with me,
Yes,
right?
you see 4.
4 other.
You see
okay.
2 hobgoblins
Yeah,
present
yeah.
in the corner with like kind of more of a spidery web-like garb, one of them, and you also see a
Okay.
red dragonborn, one that's present across her.
I'm just gonna be a bit selfish and ask if I can see my arcane focus anywhere.
As you take a look around, can you give me an investigation check, please?
Yes, because that's more important to me. I got a 10.
As you look around for your arcane focus, you find that some things are missing around in your person, but it still remains in your right boot as you tucked right in between. It seems as though they didn't seem to track your energy, but you do feel drained almost as you begin to get up, almost exhausted.
Okay.
Do I still have the shattered star on an amulet around my neck?
Yes. Okay. It seems as though they weren't really after any material wealth.
Like you, hobgoblin. Where are we? What are we doing here?
Well, I think I'm as in the dark as the rest of you. I was exploring some sort of mansion. Everything went dark, and here we are.
That's useless. How about you, human?
I half elf, but okay, that's fair.
Sorry, it's dark in here.
You don't need to. I mean, I understand. It's all right, but I feel like I was invited here, and then I just, like I said, like the hobgoblin over here, I blacked out as well. So, not liking how I got these puncture wounds all over my body, but yeah.
As you guys continue to stand for a couple of moments, you start to hear footsteps walking up. Not you two, waiting. You're starting to see one almost humanoid footsteps that continue to go through. You can hear like harsh clanking of plate as it goes down to the hall. As you hear a creak open of a door, as you see a large black knight, almost 7 feet tall. As you look into their eyes, almost you see flaming spheres that kind of wrap around the helmet. As it walks in, you can see this kind of like small humanoid, that just happens to walk through. You can see they're pretty badly beaten. They have like different color, a myriad of markings of like pinks and purples as it looks through, and they also have a large left arm that seems to be covered in pink spikes almost as it begins to like spike all the way up. As you can tell, the spikes are growing up the side as you hear like immediately as the door comes open, the shadowy figure just throws the human right in front of you with a tattered body splat.
Can I try to catch the person?
You can try. Give me a dexterity check.
Oh, that's a 10.
As you immediately go over and throw the person in front of you, you kind of catch them just right in the chest as they begin to fall over.
Yeah.
And the moment that anybody manages to get up in time, you hear the door immediately as you hear like on the other side, locking the door in place. The man continues walking just outside the door as you.
It's like, come back, foul beast.
You hear nothing on the other end as you see a person like kind of welded in your arms, broken and beaten in front of you. You can tell they have like maybe a sliver of life that is present. As I look down at you, they seem tattered. They seem slightly older, like around like 40, like early 40s. And kind of look up at you, and they seem too tired to even move or talk or speak. I don't know. I would like you to make a stealth check, please.
Oh no. A 1. I have disadvantage.
As you begin to walk through, you can hear like a from across the other hallway. Bloodmaw, I would like you to make a stealth check.
22.
As you walk through the tunnel almost with your dark vision, as you look all the way through, you can kind of see that the dark shadowy figure begins to move over, but the two shadowed figures almost seem to diverge. As you walk away, the large one with the flaming eyes turns around another corner after throwing a human just in. But the other one is still there, and you can tell that they have something attached to their knee almost. Something is attached and kind of holding them down. As you begin to walk through, as you advance further into the cave, you can see Raveno locked inside of a small snap trap against a wall, kind of rattling almost against the wall trying to be free.
I have misstepped.
Pretty clear.
They left this here, and I have stepped in it. I mean no harm, and I would be grateful if
You can't see me.
I can't see you.
I rolled a 22.
I can't see. Oh.
You're just saying that in the darkness.
I
would be very.
I would be very.
Strange human talking to themselves in the dark.
It is a thing I do.
Maybe they know the way out. Psst. Hey.
Who comes?
Perhaps help. If you help me, I help you.
What would you ask of me?
I want out of this dank pit.
I want out of this snare. Done.
All right, I will reveal myself out of the shadows, approach the chained figure, and examine the lock.
Raveno, as you kind of see forward into the darkness almost, you see what you thought was maybe a chin or jawline slowly turn into a large maw that's present. A large gnoll, near 7 feet tall, walks and wanders its way to you as it begins to undo its snap. Can you please, either of you, do 2 checks? Stealth check and a sleight of hand check.
I will not make these checks.
So stealth is only 11.
It's enough.
Sleight of hand. It's pretty good. Oh fuck, 9.
As you immediately just begin to like rustle it forward, you just kind of like break it immediately in half, and for the moment your armor seems as though it's taken off for a minute, and it's going to cost you time to put it back on. But apart from that, the dungeon continues.
Do you mind if I put my greave back on?
Can you talk any quieter?
I am whispering.
Put your own greave on.
Those of you within the dungeon are starting to hear this happen just outside the corner. As you can kind of tell this person that's with your arms almost clutched and it begins to fall down in front of you. You can kind of tell he has a lot of more puncture marks. And at present he's like, water.
Do you hear something?
I don't know, do I?
What's your passive?
11.
Nah.
13.
I hear nothing.
Does anyone have water? This man needs water.
Left mine with my retainers, I think. I don't know where they are.
I will investigate the door where the flaming eye guy jumped that prisoner.
As you investigate the door, almost as your large eyes begin to leak through the kind of wooden gate almost, you can kind of see the eye holes a little bit as you begin to sling through. You have to like bend over to kind of look through the grate almost. Those of you within the dungeon see large yellow eyes kind of peer through on the other side. It's kind of really, really weird and frightening to just see the little light that came out of this dungeon just be overshadowed immediately by dank fur and large yellow eyes that look through the cage.
Beast, I demand water.
Make a lot of demands for someone on the other side of the door.
It's like, this man needs water.
Yeah.
Do you have any water? These people.
I
I have none. I'm putting on my
yeah.
greave while I.
Are
you are-
here? I try the door.
Jailer, wait. You sound very familiar. Bloodmaw?
Lasgra?
What the hell?
I'm no jailer. I'm
Do you-
just lost.
Have any idea what's going on here?
No. I try to open the door.
As you try to open the door, you can tell that it's kind of really badly locked. You can just
I will
get
force
open.
the door.
Give me a strength check, please.
I'm good at those.
nice.
14.
As you begin to lock open the door, you kind of like rip the door out of its hinges for a little bit, but the moment that you start to do that, you see this large arcane sigil kind of pop up on the other side. As it begins to light and circle around into a pentagram, it begins to light ever so for a minute into these light orange embers and then fade into black as red liquid begins to flow out of it freely.
Oh,
That's messed up.
That's not good. We don't want to be there.
I believe you may have erred.
I don't work here, man.
Nor I. I suggest we move quickly.
You can kind of see on the other side, as the man holds in your arms a little bit, he kind of clutches a little bit forward. What's your name?
Oh,
like-
here. Take my water skin.
Oh. So I guess I reach through the...
No,
is it
the door's
eye hole?
open now.
Oh, the door's open now?
No, it's not.
Oh.
No, I guess I'll reach
You
through
can,
the eye
the
holes?
hinges are broken off, but there's still a sigil that's present.
Oh,
Okay.
I see.
Can
Who's
you
good
reach
with
through?
magic?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a spellcaster. I can do magic.
You,
I can do.
tiny hairless one.
Yes. About one.
Step forth. Deal with it.
Blast this thing that's oozing blood out of it? Sure.
Move aside. Let me.
Yeah, do you? Okay. Because I've been terrified of this little thing. I mean, I have the abilities. I just want you guys to know. I'm okay. I mean, I'm not in shadow, so.
Be not afraid.
Trying to limber up, and then I'm gonna cast. I'm
If
gonna
this
try
wiz-
casting
if
a
this
ray of
wizard
frost
friend
on
wants
the
to,
door.
you know, like, step in for me. It's totally cool. Like,
What are you going to do, Liz Bro?
I'm trying to ray of frost to the door. I'm trying to hit the lock if I can.
Okay, give me...
I step to the side.
yeah.
I also step to the side, like, way
Sure,
in the shadows.
yes.
Like,
Can you please give me a d20 roll, please?
Yes.
An attack roll, I believe it's called.
Attack?
And right cycles.
20 total.
As you begin to blast the door a little bit, the blood that's there begins to freeze and begins to absorb back into the sigil. As you can see it kind of light up blue for a second and then vanish completely. As the door continues to open, can you please give me a knowledge arcana check to figure out what type of sigil it is? While you're also here and taking a look at
That's not great.
the person in your arms, I want you to give me
Shoals here, too.
a certain type of intelligence check to figure out what the spikes on his arm is.
And that's a -1, so 2.
You can tell that is messed up. That is all types of like horrible Christmas bake-off mixed with Spike from X-Men.
Yeah, I got 13 and my squire got 11 on their arcana check.
Okay, as you check it, almost you can tell the sigil itself is definitely of infernal origin. These types of sigils are only present in extremely powerful patron circles.
Can I read it?
you may try. Give me a knowledge religion.
I actually have an ability that can read anything.
Read
what's it called?
anything.
I got a 10.
I have Eyes of the Runekeeper, which I chose as one of my invocations.
Okay.
I don't know if that works, if that can be applied to reading,
Yes,
understanding this
it would
stuff.
work for a sigil for just like a brief second.
Yeah. It just says
Ravino,
read.
as you look around the sigil almost, you can see that, unlike most infernal sigils, this language is very different. What other languages do you know?
I know Infernal, Elvish, and Common.
All right. You can tell that although this language is definitely infernal, it has mixtures of... Can you give me an intelligence check also? This is a language thing.
18.
You can tell that this language, although you cannot read it, it has elements of Gnomish in it, which are extremely odd.
Does anyone read Gnomish?
I read. Sure, alright. Want to take a look? Yes, I
You're on
look.
the wrong side of the door.
It would,
Can
it would still come through on both sides.
Can I read?
Okay. As you read it, it almost looks like a warlock sigil. As it comes forward, it reads infernal death and treaties to Feywild and beyond.
It's fairies' death. I don't know how to say.
Spit it out.
It has. Anyone speak Goblin?
I can try.
Bet I speak. Goblin is better.
Why not
I
tell your
sort of
master?
Find words.
Surely your master speaks.
Come on, Shoal.
Let me know that the sigil has been revealed. You can just like just break the door
Yeah,
entirely
I'll
off.
just-
It's related with.
You are all taking too long, and I do that.
As you lay it to the side of the hallway, you can kind of get a clearer mark of the sigil.
Oh,
I go
Death.
to you to get the water.
Connected with the Feywild. Well, this is some sort of sigil relating to, would you say, eternal death? Is that what you said? My memory is very bad.
It said vaguely that this kind of implies that there's some kind of contract between the Feywild and the Infernal that has taken place here, and whoever the person responsible for this is definitely Gnomish.
Well, it seems that some kind of gnome or gnomish speaker, at least, has been involved in something to do with a contract between Infernal and the Fey, and that sounds not great.
But at least the door is open now.
As you kind of like
You're
force
welcome.
feed the man water a little bit more, as you kind of like just kind of gracefully, I guess, shove it into his face. As you gracefully shove it into his face almost, you can see the spikes that are there slowly start to like light up a little bit as they begin to come just more strong and just more solid as they begin to flex out almost. And you can kind of tell as he moves his fingers back and forth, the spikes almost move with them.
Let's
It goes a
go. I
little
see
bit
you found a new squire.
Forward. Anybody here have knowledge religion?
My squire does.
I am not proficient.
Should I roll one?
not proficient somehow.
Yeah, that's like
Well,
their jam.
My
Even I
squire
have a
rolled a
better
natural
religion
one.
knowledge than that.
Okay, as far as you can tell, this is some kind of really, really odd infection that has taken place here. And he looks up at you for a minute, and he's like, "What are you? Who are you?"
It's like, I already told you I'm relax the red. Can I have the water?
Yes, damn it.
So I take the water and I start like I guess like just helping
Yeah.
him drink.
He needs to drink a little bit more. He's like, "Ugh." And he just kind of like moves up a little bit, and his voice kind of automatically sinks out for a minute. As you can tell, he was very, very parched. And then he's like, "Oh, I'm not supposed to be here.
This man's sick.
He's like, I'm not sick. I'm perfectly
No,
fine."
it's sick.
And he begins to like get up for a minute. He begins to like brush off a little bit. He's like, "See, I'm totally fine." Ah! And he stabs his hand immediately into the spike. In the spike, he's like, "Ah!" And he begins to like peer it off immediately. You can tell he's wounded in his hand. Now he's like, "What is this? What?" Who?
Medicine?
Am I still
Too
holding
loud.
him?
No, he immediately like got up, like dusted off all of his stuff. Who? Why? Is this my arm? Who is my arm? Where is my arm?
Too
Who are
loud.
you?
That is I am called Raveno. And your name is
Finnegan.
It is wonderful to meet you, Finnegan.
He goes down, he's like, yeah. You? Ah!
Too loud.
Fine.
I snorted in his face.
I go to you, I give you my hand, I'm like, I'm Anisha Night Shadow.
That's nice, dear. And he like, slaps it down.
Oh.
Like,
How came it that you were brought here?
I was here under official business of Fabulisa, and I will not be treated with no hospitality. You ruined my clothes. How is it here? Where are we? I had a meeting with
Too
Dylan.
loud.
You do
I
realize
had a meeting with Dylan.
we're in a prison cell. Why would we have any more knowledge of what is actually happening than you?
Well, what did you do?
We just woke up here.
You just woke up.
With the rest of you?
I have come here for
woke up.
Delim as well.
Why are you here for Dylan? Did you take my appointment? Is this
No.
where he puts his appointments?
I should hope not, but I have done no such thing. I am here at Helkam's behest.
Helkan.
Helkam, Delim's father.
Looks down from him.
Do you know him?
I do. Stupid old man. Thing is, how I can solve everything with this thing. I can solve Lake Reach. Look at me. I know things. I know several things. Many more things than he does.
Unlike the rest of you, I was not captured. I came here seeking knowledge, weapons.
You came to a dungeon to seek knowledge.
It also seemed safer than some of the above ground trails for my kind.
Imagine you're
I know
one
that many of your tribes were dispersed recently.
Indeed.
Well,
We should not stay here.
No.
it is agreed. We
That-
should not stay here.
That guy with the glowing fire eyes will probably return now that his sigil is broken.
Yeah, let's GTFO.
That brute? An idiot.
You know
What do
him?
you know of him?
I know that he's big and tall, and people who are big and tall with armor are stupid.
Who are you calling stupid?
You.
I mean, I'm pretty large, and I'm
I will intimidate him.
of the Tower of
I mean,
Mystics.
let's
I'll have
be
you
nice to
know.
each other,
Natural
guys.
20. I will
Too late,
repeat.
I think.
Who are you calling stupid?
Scared of this.
Batman voice.
I was scared of this. I was so scared of this.
Why don't you just tell
And you can
us
kind
we
of see
were
that,
too
like,
loud?
the moment that immediately happens, he begins to like shift over to the room with the spell casters in here. He's like, I believe
I opened the door for you. I
I.
can close it for you too.
Oh, that would be a bad idea. I'm very powerful beyond my very powerful.
Yeah, you're on.
All right,
You're welcome. I
Listen,
snatch my water skin back from him.
we know that this man
Just
is an
drank backwash.
impudent little shit, but we don't need to scare the poor thing.
Not poor, and I'm not.
Look at him. He's in a bad
You are
way.
very little.
Very pink.
Doesn't deserve our
I-
wrath. He deserves
this-
our pity.
I don't even know
I've
what
already
this.
given him water.
I don't even know what this is.
He clearly
Wrong.
has spike arm syndrome.
Will that happen to all of us, though?
I can see you're such a powerful wizard, having absolutely no idea what's befallen you or how you got here. Very impressive.
I was in a very powerful meeting, and then I'm not. How am I supposed to know what happened?
Who did you meet?
I met with Delim and Nal, and we were having a nice cup of tea, and all of a sudden I'm here. Must have been something wrong with that tea. Maybe this is a sick bay. No, that's stupid.
Certainly a great and powerful individual such as yourself would be able to piece something together, right?
Well, you seem to be vaguely injured. And you seem to be vaguely injured.
A bit, but I'll brush it off. I'm alright.
Oh.
But let us not stay here.
Let's
GTFO.
I do not know what that means.
It's
Is that a
it's
spell?
draconic.
That explains it.
All right. While we're here, I need to have a marching order because this place is very, very. This place is pretty tiny. You're gonna have to walk through like one at a time. So I kind of need a marching order.
I will go first.
I will go second.
I will go third.
Give me a second.
What
First
is your
Ravno.
name?
Second.
Do you want to be last, wizard?
Who's second in the initiative order?
Not really.
I'll be last.
I'm
Blood Maul
fragile.
I'll be after you.
Third.
Ruby.
Fourth.
I think.
Yeah.
Last girl.
Me and Shoal would be.
For those of you who don't know,
And fifth
I
would
am
be Aisha.
Egreth Bloodmaw.
It is a pleasure, Egreth Bloodmaw.
Yes, thank you for freeing us.
Yeah.
And Finnegan is gonna stick around with you.
Cool.
As you guys continue to go further down, you can kind of see this pathway as you begin to walk down the tattered terrain. As you put down 1 foot, torches lights up ever so slightly for a moment. Does anybody? I need to record everyone's passive perception. Just very quickly. Sorry, guys.
I forgot your passive perception.
Night Shadow passive.
It's 10.
My passive perception is 13.
Ravno.
11.
Lasgra.
10.
Ruby.
10.
Bloodmaw.
13.
My square has 11, by the way.
As you guys continue to go into the cave, or I should say the hallway, as you guys continue to walk, more things begin to activate. As you see a statue that's present in the intersection, you can either go forward or left.
Have I been through here before?
Not through this specific area. Specific area. Your area that you came down was just to the left, and when you were traveling before, you kind of fell through a second layer onto the ground, encompassing the current dungeon that you're in.
Okay. So I have no inkling about which direction is better.
Unless you have a rope and a grappling hook on the way up, it's going to be very difficult to go back to where you came.
I want to use my senses and smell for fresh air. Just with a perception check.
Okay.
It's a natural 17 plus 3, 20.
As you begin to smell a little bit forward, you can tell that the way out is the way that's gathering fresh air and not so stale air. The stalest air to the right, the freshest air is just ahead of you.
We want to go straight if we want out.
Very well. I think we want out. Yes?
Agreed.
I guess we're all doing this then. Okay.
As you guys continue to walk a little bit more forward, you can see a large statue that's present. He begins to peer down with you with a large halberd and almost exaggerated eyebrows and cheekbones. You can kind of tell the statue is different from most statues. The statue has been morphed in a way.
Is the weapon separate, or is it built? Is it part of the
It's
statue?
part of the statue. Those of you with knowledge, gosh, I keep forgetting this edition does not have knowledge planar, which is such a shame. Can you please give me an investigation check, please? Those who are proficient in investigation.
Natural 19 plus 3, 22.
12 totally.
15.
So, Lasgra and Bloodmaw, you'd be able to tell the statue's features on its upper eyebrows and its lower cheekbones have been almost extenuated, and where there are normally two bits of bicuspids underneath, it seem to have formed outwards, almost swollen. These peaks have been raised, and these have been exaggerated. Doesn't seem to be part of the main stone itself. It seems to be some kind of new black growth that's almost as strong as steel that exaggerates these features.
Well, someone's vandalized this thing.
I'll never understand art.
It's not beautiful.
I heard it's in the eye of the beholder, but I mean, those things are bad business.
Terrible.
Shall we pass it by?
Does it smell funny?
Stone has a tendency to smell like other stone. Unless it is like
The
particularly.
statue is meaningless.
I'm gonna touch it.
Oh.
As you touch the statue, the forms just begin to like nulled out a little bit more exaggeratedly as a jaw drops, and just as immediately begins to drop, you see a large flame that immediately begins to open. I need everybody here to make dexterity checks.
Oh.
Ooh. 13.
Wizards make bad choices. That's me. And that's
We need a dice jail.
Ooh.
Yeah.
She'll roll the natural
14?
20.
14 as well.
Yeah, I rolled a 6. Good thing I have fire resistance.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Worked out for you.
I got a 15, and my squire rolled a natural 20.
Damn. So those of you who rolled a 14 and above, you
Oh.
take 8 points of fire damage. Those of you who did not, those of you who did not take 8 full points of fire damage.
How much?
8?
Yes. If you failed it, because you get resistance anyways, you get
Yeah.
4.
Okay, so 4?
Yes.
God
And the
damn
flames
it,
just begin to
Lascar.
like
Sorry.
rise out immediately as you start to
Oh my
hear
God.
just around you hear a slight little buzzing just underneath your ear, and you're starting to hear like some rumbling in a dungeon that's just ahead of you. You're starting to hear like on the other side. So as you're starting to hear it breaking upon the walls, dust beginning to unsettle from the walls from impacts.
That was not wise.
No, this is not what I expected. Why do you touch things?
So,
As you can tell, Finnegan is like, you kind of looks over and you can see like part of his head has been burned very slightly, and he looks worse than before. He's like, right, we need to go the other way bravely. And he like starts
Fresh
running.
air ahead.
And he starts running down the
More
other side of
dungeon
the
that
cave.
way.
Inside of the cave, and he begins to run
He's
into
going
the
to get
darkness of the
more
cave.
lost.
I'm going to try to chase him down and grab him.
Okay. As you continue to run forward into darkness, you can kind of see on the side of Finnegan's present as he stops on the other side of the hallway, and you see a falling thing from the ceiling begin to descend upon him. If you're going to keep up, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my goodness.
16.
Right, he also made it. As a falling net just begins to like fall on top of you, you both manage to run out of the way as you get on the other side, and he like takes a breath. He's like, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be totally fine. Everything's gonna be swell. You're Dragonborn. Tell you what, you stay here and be bait. I'm going to run away as fast as
I'm
possible.
going to grab him. So is that a dexterity?
That's an athletics.
Okay. Athletics check?
Yeah, because you're grappling him.
Yeah. Okay. That is a 15.
Is that total or with your strength? Or?
That's with my +4.
Okay.
Yeah.
As he immediately begins to like, oh wait, so it's 19 or is it 15 on the die and then you add 4 or, sorry.
Yeah, 19.
Okay, so now 19. Good, because he rolled ahead of you for a minute.
Yeah.
For a minute. As he begins to like wrestle out of him, you kind of like grab all of his jimmies before they're wrestled. And you just kind of like put him into a little bit of a bear hug because he's very, very concerned. You kind of feel like the spikes that are coming off of them, they are embedding themselves into your arms. He's like, I can't, I'm very, very scared. I don't like this. I'm not. I was in there for tea. This is very...
You need to come back with the group
Why? Why come back to the group?
because you're going to die if you're alone.
I will not die. I am doomed to die.
You're squishy and you have a spiky arm.
No.
Yeah, I'm just going to pick him up and go back.
No. He begins to like wail his feet on Moses begins to come back and say, I cannot die.
You brought the pink squishy one.
I'm not squishy. I just don't like dying.
No, you are spiky.
And squishy.
Are the sounds continuing?
Yes, the
that-
sounds are
is
continuing.
that in front of
Continuing
us?
just to the side, yes.
Oh.
It seems to be in a separate door that's present there. As you can start to see more dust just off
Perhaps
the
we can rush by.
side of the wall.
Then let's move.
We should go quickly.
Yeah.
Touch no more statues.
You got that? I'm scared. We have no armor.
Be not
As you guys
afraid.
As you guys begin to, are you guys just going to try and run it?
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
do it.
Gonna try and book it.
I guess we are now. Okay.
I am gonna cast Mage Armor.
All right.
Yeah, you know what? Me too. I have something of that.
I'm going to pick up my other D20 because it's probably be disadvantaged since I'm carrying someone.
You know that he's still freaking out, like he's still yelling a lot Lonnie's like, I do not want to go this way. Those way put us in here. I do not prefer any of this.
All right, Finn. Can I call you Finn?
No.
Maybe we could postpone the temper tantrum, panic attack, whatever's happening. Just calm down.
I prefer not to come down. I prefer to get out of here. Teleportation circle.
All right, we can either leave you behind and let you just wander into whatever trap you're gonna get killed by, and maybe a couple hundred years from now, some archaeologists will wander down and maybe they'll find what's left of you. They're really into skeletons,
Especially the dumb ones.
But
How do you know the skeleton's dumb? None of this place makes sense.
otherwise, you can shut up and come with us.
I feel much better if I wasn't restrained.
I do
Alright,
have
I'll put you
persuasion proficiency. Should I roll that?
Yes,
Okay.
please do.
Oh wait. What's that?
I'm
16.
I'll still hold on.
Finnegan's rolls are pathetic. As you can see, he's like, okay, I'm calm. I'm so calm.
Anyone got rope?
Yes.
Sure.
No.
Let us not waste time.
My retainers have my rope.
I put you down like, don't make me tie you up.
It's just like silently being very, very confused.
Perhaps he would make good bait.
That's what he said about me.
But still, should we go? Shall we go?
Yes.
I don't want to
Let's-
prefer to go.
I
Let's
guess.
do it. Let's do it. Are you holding on to him so we can go?
Yes, I grab his squishy little hand and run.
Yeah. You can just grab his squishy little hand. I need all of you to make dexterity throws, and those of you who are high enough, who is going first? I imagine it's still the initiative order, still in the marching order. So Raven, I need you to go first.
6.
6, you immediately go through. You see a flight of flames fly through for a second as it begins to hit your armor, and you are going to take a very small amount of damage. You are going to take 1 fire damage. It's immediately
Hot?
Yes, it is hot immediately as it begins to coat the metal inside. It begins to burn and singe just slightly as you walk through, and
There
you're
are
like,
too many traps.
and
We
just
need to be
immediately
more
as you
careful.
secure your balance on the other side, you just feel a fresh speckling of dust go just outside the door.
We need to be more careful and look for traps before running.
But it is coming, whatever it is.
Next up after
Either
that,
it gets us or the flames do.
next up after that, Blood Maw.
Was the dex check?
Yes.
I rolled a 13.
Virginia, you get out without issue, and when using your passive perception as you walk through on the other side, you can see a large horse kind of enveloped in flames. You can see bits of skeleton that kind of pierce out of its flesh almost as it begins to and it begins to fly out immediately just past the door, and you can tell the door, although sigilled inside, still goes through the little eyelets, just goes immediately as you catch with Ravno on the other side. You take no damage.
Fire horse.
You don't say.
Next to that, Ruby.
Alright. That is a 14.
Yeah, you managed to get through that little issue. As the flames could kind of lick you for a minute, you kind of feel very, very little resistance or heat. It almost feels a little bit like home.
That's nice. Feels like a sauna.
Osgra.
My total is 20.
Woo!
You managed to jump immediately, but instead of doing that using your intelligence, you can kind of figure out, oh wait, no, if I just baseball slide under it, it's no problem at all. And as you run forward and just baseball slide, just kind of gracefully, you fly over down to the other side,
So
taking no
impressive.
damage.
Shoal got an 8 though.
Shoals gonna immediately go through as they kind of try to copy your judgment. They kind of go over and then halfway bail and then try to jump. And as they immediately jump, they are caught with 1 fire damage. It immediately licks off the back of its back and just goes lights a flame. And Shoals on the other side
I'm gonna help him.
Holy shit, are you alright? Gotta be more careful, darling.
Next up after that is Aisha.
I got 14 totally.
Yeah, as you manage to see everyone else go ahead, you kind of leap over to the side and just almost cannonball your way
Yeah.
over, and you take no fire damage.
Oh.
Yes.
Alright. So the horse is between me and the others?
The horse is still in the its dungeon almost. It's a little shackle. That's present there. As you
You want to fight the horse?
can you give me a perception check?
all of us, or just? Oh, sorry.
Well, everyone here can do a perception check.
21.
12.
Natural 20.
6.
I got a 4. We're not gonna talk about it.
So, Bloodbound and Losgara, as you guys look at it for a second, you can tell that this type of beast is not familiar in this area. This beast should not be here. You've never seen anything like this. So you've heard of legends that used to come out from the bottom of the swamp, but nothing that was on fire like this. You've heard of them before as nightmares, but
Oh, I get it.
yeah. As you look at it for a second, you can tell it's been changed almost.
It seeks a night stallion.
As it look,
It's more like a nightfall to me.
as you look at it for a second, you can kind of tell it's got like little bits of. Normally in nightmares, skin would just be pure black and charcoal. It has different bits of skin on it, almost like there's almost leaf tattoos that are present along its side. Different bits of markings that are more common. As you take a look at it with your somewhat enhanced intelligence as a wizard, you kind of this thing is infused with nature magic almost. As it takes a second to look at it, this thing has been put in with almost a what's it called? Almost like an anchor to the Feywild that has been pressed inside of its ribcage.
And do I know that nightmares are infernal related-ish?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I suppose that sigil we saw earlier, having to do with a pact between Infernal and Fey, that probably has something to do with this, huh, Egrith?
I'm getting a sense that there's a lot of fire themes happening in this dungeon.
I mean, there's some nature themes too.
Horse is on
It's
fire.
got
Someone
some,
help
Is that even natural? Yeah.
me. They rolled a 6.
Yeah, I don't even know if this is
Can
some,
you give me a basic
Yeah.
intelligence check as well if you're going to say something like that?
I'm really dumb. Oh, I got an -1, 17.
Okay, never mind.
Never mind.
I was gonna roll for you to figure out whether or not you're gonna actually believe that horse is literally on fire. And it's just
So
a
they're,
constantly burning horse in the other
So
side.
are we just at the end of a hallway?
Yes, you guys are at the end of the hallway.
And there's nowhere else to go other than
you
out
can take
towards the fire.
you can take a left as you begin to like walk around the enshackled, I
Okay.
guess the room with the nightmare in it.
Yeah, I say we leave this beast be and attempt to go around, but this time, let's look for traps.
Very well.
I will lead the group and investigate for traps.
Okay.
Wise. I have recently stepped in a trap.
Oh no!
Oh.
7.
There's no traps.
Okay, good. What was your check?
7.
7. Okay, as you look ahead, you can kind of see more things that are on the walls, like a shelf almost. You can see all of them are put with different bell jars and different glasswares that seem to be roughly organized. As you look up on top, you can see in Infernal, there are different containers that are present, almost segmented, almost like a medical cabinet. And you can see within them black pieces of liquid. They're just there. Some of them have solidified, some of them have crystallized.
Aisha, this may also interest you. Look at these. Look at those weird
Very
alchemical stuff up there.
Can I
Smells
roll?
funny.
Yeah, can I roll to see if I recognize them or or
Yes, you may.
okay. What would that be? I'll
Do
be
you
like
speak
a-
Infernal or not? I know
I do.
Raveno speaks Infernal.
I do not speak Infernal.
I speak abyssal.
Here.
Can I read them?
Yes.
It's okay.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Got a 3. It doesn't matter. It's okay.
As you begin to read them, you can kind of see all of them are sequestered into some files. You can see on the end of it with the more weirder colors, and some of them that have crystallized, and some of them that begin to grow mold. It's kind of dusty shelf that continues to go. Recently disturbed with a vial of almost purplish liquid on its side. You can see otherworldly creatures inscribed on this side.
Oh gosh, is it?
This side. As you see on to the left of it, you can see gnomes
Oh my
on
God.
one side, half elves on another, elves, aligned with different types of elves on the side. This is a large scale phylactery.
Guys, I think this is blood. I'm not sure.
They are phylacteries.
This is a place where they held blood and contain it.
Gross.
Can I take one?
Which one would you like to
Oh
say?
my god, there's so many.
I mean, you can immediately
Yeah.
you can immediately identify as you look around just with your connection to your deity, you can tell immediately which one is yours because we talked.
Okay, I'll take one that looks familiar to mine. I'll just put it in my little.
Why are
Can
you
you guys
taking that?
Can you guys give a sleight of hand to make sure that
Oh,
you
okay,
just-
interesting.
Because
Puncture marks. This is your blood up there.
you don't know. You have to. You don't know what their blood looks
I
like.
got 15.
Yeah. Anyone else gonna challenge that? No.
What is it on?
It's a. Actually, it's gonna be a
Like
passive perception.
medicine?
Never mind. Nobody got that high.
Sleight of hand?
Never mind. Nobody got that high. It's the sleight of hand's passive perception that matters.
Okay. Can I
As
do
you
a-
immediately grab it and take it immediately off the shelf.
Just take my name off that.
Yeah.
Does this look like the kind of like the black goo that was on the face of the statue, or at all like the spiky arm stuff?
Give me
in
an
there?
investigation check.
Oh, I suck at that. Come on, roll high. Natural 20.
As you look around, Ravino, as you continue walking down the aisle almost, this aisle seems to almost be 40 feet long with different types of species that have been contained. As you look around, you see another one, you see devils that are assigned. But instead of blood that resides inside, it's different types of ash. And you can see, as you look around, sorry, what was your question again? Sorry.
Oh, does the stuff in the vials look similar to this stuff that is on Finn's arm, or the black goo that was on the statue?
As you begin to investigate almost, you can see listed as Ravino takes your hand, and it kind of looks wrong, and I imagine you're going to be announcing which one is which as we go.
I'm loudly shouting the names.
Yeah. As you see it, you notice that as the devils go through, it kind of goes down by tiers, and you can see they've collected all the way. What's your religion?
My religion?
Yeah, whatever you know.
Sunni.
Okay.
I'm
Sorry. Okay, well, you can tell that out of all the ones that are missing, the ash that continues to be missing the most is one called the spined devil. That continues to be missing. Additionally, you can also see a flame elemental ash that is present there that is also missing. Or it's less leveled than all the others.
Some of these have seen use.
Did you see any goblin ones up there?
Did I? Yes.
Knowles.
Yes.
Dragonborn?
Yes.
Red Dragonborn?
Are they arranged by color?
They are arranged by color.
Yes.
Nightmare.
There's pretty much everything that has been here.
Let me just-
Coincidentally, there is no nightmares here.
There are no nightmares. But I can't imagine why.
Werewolf.
As you look on the side, you see werewolf is missing.
Missing.
Huh.
Anyone want to grab mine? I don't. It's probably my blood, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I want
It
my-
could be yours or any other hobgoblins.
Well, I don't really.
You had puncture marks on your arms.
I don't really feel great.
Not
about
I.
Any goblin blood being stuck in a place like this.
Very well. It's that one. Take it yourself.
I'm gonna investigate to see if there's any reason not to just grab it. Are you sure? I mean, I got a 15.
As you immediately look around the bell jars and different factories that are there, some of them seem to be weighted. Not all of them are accurate, but as you look up at Hobgoblin's one, you see very specific ones are weighted, while others are not as much cared for.
Some of these are weighted. I haven't had the best luck touching things in here.
True.
I have not had the best luck walking in here. But she took. Oh wait, didn't see that. Never mind. Retcon.
As you can see Finnegan looking around, he's like,
What
These are
think you,
interesting.
squishy one?
Are we still holding hands?
he's like,
Everyone pick a buddy.
oh, these are particularly interesting.
How?
Well, is anybody else that changes? Wait a minute. Wait. I know Inferno. And he begins to look around and retcon it, and he begins to do a little bit more searching And as he continues to go a little bit further down the hallway, untethered to anyone, he begins to like reach out at your hand almost to get you to follow him. He's like going along, and he's like, "Oh, it's interesting what you can do with blood. Attract people, find out, absorb powers, absorb them into crystals, use them as almost connections to other planes, depending.
Nourish the undead.
Nourish the undead, particularly. I don't like this.
No.
All right. Sorry.
Oh,
I'll just keep on going with me. He walks a little further down. It's like,
I guess
you.
Yes.
Why aren't you dead?
I have no idea.
Do you know something?
Only that I just took my own blood back.
Is there
to show you
something
guys.
And he begins to like,
Mine.
he just like snatches it immediately out of your hand where he has
It's
the chance, and
mine!
he snatches it, and he's like,
It's my blood.
since when is blood purplish blue? And he begins to look at you for.
I have
for a minute,
questions
he goes-
too, and I try to reach it back because it's mine. It has my name on it.
Is that how you knew it was yours? It is labeled?
Yes.
You, what's
I just
wait.
assumed.
You there? What's so special about you? Wait, that's a dumb question. Obvious. You, what's so special about you?
Well, where do I begin? I mean, I'm a high-ranking member of the Tower of Mystics. I'm got
Tower of Mystics?
this little beauty here.
Wait. Who are you? And he begins to like take a look at you up for a minute. He begins to like grab your hand and look for a pulse, and begins to like measure around, like start grabbing you in different areas. He begins to like open up your eye really intrusively. He begins to like monitor. He's like, "You related to someone important?"
Lady Lusgra is a leader amongst her people, and you will show her respect.
I'm special.
You know, I had a good feeling about you when we first met, Egrith.
I don't know what's so special about her. Apart from you, all I know is that you're large.
That's all you need to know.
I mean, by blood, I don't think I'm related. But
You do anything important? Can you flip really high? Kick people in the face really
I mean,
well?
I can do magic
What?
pretty good.
Do magic? Like what type?
Did you not see me cast that frost spell on the door?
Oh, anybody can cast a frost spell.
Can they though?
I learned to do it when I was 4. It's not particularly difficult.
Look, I'm
The squishy one is annoying.
an abjurer, if you must know.
A hobgoblin's good at defense. It's weird. Unusual.
And Finnegans are good bait.
Starting to agree with that.
Oh. Okay.
You said I'm special.
You're here. There's a phylactery here. Why?
That is beyond me.
Why do I have this grey out?
That too is beyond me.
I'll do a medicine check on it.
Okay. On his arm?
Yep. 16.
You can tell his arm is going through a transmutation almost. Like it's changing the physiology of his arm.
Is it a werewolf?
His arm. Werewolves are not pinky and they are not spiky.
Okay, just check.
See that?
Although that type of fuchsia werewolf is something that I would
Where
like to see
spike?
somewhere.
I hope he's not
I'll draw it.
Iron Maiden for Resident.
You are transforming into something.
That's obvious. Why would I transform into something? I'm not that valuable. Well, I mean, I'm very smart.
What was your meeting about?
My meeting was regards to transmutation of different species into others, lycanthropy, vampirism, different things like that.
Perhaps you do have some use.
I was particularly of use of changing objects or different physicalities. I was originally a doctor.
So why don't you know what you're transforming into?
Because I don't...
Me, Doctor,
What's
too. A little.
Very little doctor.
Yes.
Wasn't there some sort of devil vial missing?
Yeah, he didn't do that well in this vision check.
There is a vial for the spine devil that has seen some use. You also have spines, it would seem.
don't prefer this.
Can I do?
Nor should you.
How can you undo it? You're the expert in transmutation.
I am an expert in the physicalities that is arranged between two species, no devils.
Well, how does that help you now?
It doesn't, which is the problem. I don't care. Let's walk. And he begins like grabs
thing
you
you're
again as he
such a
grabs your wrist,
powerful
almost
arcane
kind of
being.
gently, but almost in a protection-y sense. He doesn't really want to go that far away without you being there.
Can I do sense good and evil on Finn and see like what I sense?
Sure. As you continue to, I'm just going to look something up very particular because if I don't, I'm going to regret it later, and then Bredicus is going to be a sad DM.
No sad DMs, only fun.
Sad DM, only fun. As you begin to kind of take a notice of the good and evil auras around you, you can kind of tell Finnegan himself is kind of surrounded in this evil-ish sort of aura.
But surrounded, but not actually evil.
No, like him himself, like in the core of him,
Yeah.
like in the shade of him, almost as though it's casting a shadow or an aura, comes out as almost lawful evil.
Yeah.
But the inside is very, very just neutral. He doesn't care. You get no detection of morality within Finnegan. You only see a detection throughout, like around him almost, as like a shadow.
If you don't figure out what's wrong with you soon, you're gonna become a ghastly beast.
I'll become just like my father.
I'm so sorry.
Unacceptable! He just like continues moving forward as he begins to walk. He's like, I've never had such a poor tea party in my life! He's walking as you come across a large door, and he looks over and he's like, strong ones! This door!
Wanna go break down the door with me?
1 second. I pull Finnegan aside. Okay, little one. I'll see you safely out of this dungeon, but in exchange, you have to tell me everything you know about werewolves.
Done! Shake on it? Paw on it? How do you work?
Fine.
And he like shakes your hand almost.
Is it with the spiky hand?
No, it's his open flesh hand.
Okay.
Okay.
He needs to go over, he kind of like shoots to the side, and he's like, how do you deal with this? How do you know her?
Well, when we met, Egriff was a respected diplomat, actually. And, you know, respect is a two-way street. If she respects me, I respect her. So, you know, if you're trying to gossip with me about someone I've had good dealings with, I think you have to go elsewhere.
All right. Let's look at this door. I check it for traps first.
My worst fear may be
Because I have already been lit aflame once today. I would rather keep it that way.
As you look around, I need you to make the roll first.
Can I roll a D%
15.
to see if Shoal has had a vision of Finnegan being trapped?
15 to look for traps.
You may.
Let's see. Let's see what my
15 for
chances
traps.
are.
15 for traps. You don't see anything that would give away that this is a trap.
26.
Let's
26?
break down the door.
Using
Do you know magic?
Shoal's divine knowledge, you kind of
I can breathe fire.
you see a spined devil in the future that is trapped in a large tower,
What's your
but apart from that, you can't really
That's
tell.
one. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. You'd be trapped someday. Also, devil. I think I had vision.
Before doing a check to break down the door, I'm going to do an Arcana check to look for signs of other sigils.
Okay.
12.
You do not see any sigils.
Looks good to me.
Let's break it down.
Ah!
Okay. Wait, does one of us rolls, right? Do I assist
You guys can do whatever you want.
Let's do it at the same time.
Same time? Yeah.
Strength, right?
Teamwork.
Strength.
It's a saving throw or just a check?
This is a check. Why would it be a
Right,
saving throw?
20,
Darcy's
not natural.
attacking
Wait,
Uh,
is this technically athletics?
you. This would be like you're breaking down a door. You're not wrestling a door.
Okay. So 15.
You can't be like parkour.
Parkour.
As you immediately begin to look down for a moment. You see an unhinged door as you just double axe handled
Fuck
with
this
2
door!
fists and immediately just cave the door down immediately. The splinters that would arise just go on the ground. The door splits in 2 with a bludgeoning effect. The door just goes, flies open and separates into 2 pieces.
That was
And you
satisfying.
And as you look around, you can kind of
Very
see
loud.
Very beautiful.
this nice
Let me have
library
this.
almost that's been set up. You can see a large ornate ornate rug with a globe almost that spins in its center.
Do not touch that,
You can
Lasgra.
see a library open with several artifacts that are present around. As you look open, you can see Finnegan just behind you, and he's like, "Finally!" And he begins to like move around to the side, and he begins to just rapidly just take down all the all the books.
Have you been here before?
Yeah.
I made this library. And he begins to like just take things over. He's like, must be something about devils in here. Must be. And he like throws a book. As he throws it almost immediately in your direction, Aish. As he
Okay.
just throws it in your direction. You want to give me a dex check?
Yes,
to see
I
dex
will,
save
'cause-
if you can catch it.
Okay, that was like 11.
It's not bad.
You can see a.
Sorry. So, I'm keeping the audio recording.
Sure.
However, the visual recording keeps stopping every 30 minutes.
I think that's normal. Did you just hit record again?
The first time, I don't know if that's something that we should just keep doing because, like, I'll keep losing like a few minutes of audio in between. I mean, not audio, visual.
Yeah.
Is that?
We don't really have a choice, so let's just keep going forward, and you'll just have to like keep a 30-minute timer or something,
Okay.
and just hit record right away, and that way
We are
we'll lose a few
experiencing
seconds.
technical
Gotta keep
difficulties.
this on it.
Please stand by.
Yeah.
My whole fucking.
Yeah, set a timer on your phone or something if that helps.
Yeah.
But yeah, just try to keep it recording. I think that's like a built-in setting. I'm not sure if that's really changed on the camera.
Well,
So,
I think it has to do with file size.
Okay.
if not, we can like keep on going, and then we can wrap this one shot. That
Yeah.
way we can get kind of an idea.
Yeah, because there needs to be audio. So.
Yeah, yeah. So thanks for the heads up. What time is it?
It's 3:51.
does
Okay.
that mean
We'll just take a break in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
they should let us know every time that happens so we can clap again?
Oh, I guess so.
Will that interrupt our sync otherwise?
Yeah,
Possibly.
That's what I was going to ask about too. Like, how
Yeah.
do you sync it every single time?
Oh, I don't know. I'll just have to deal with it. But yeah, that's a good point. We might just have to do a new clap.
All right.
As this
We'll figure it out.
As this thing kind of continues,
Right, hold on.
you can
Sorry.
see. Oh, okay.
Okay, it's recording.
As it kind of continues growing through the library, you can see more books that are just being strewn about, and he's like, I can't do it! I won't become a devil! I won't!" He just begins to like throw things. He just throws a book wildly, and it breaks open a glass, kind of, what's it called? It's like a glass case. It entraps some type of object or whatever.
Oh,
Like
Sorry.
a display case?
Yeah, a display case.
Yeah,
It just
yeah,
like
yeah.
breaks open a display case, and he just keeps on moving. And you can tell that the different titles that are present on the floor are like books of vile darkness, demons and other creatures, McFannigan's Child's Books of Many Foes, stuff like that, like a weird
That's awesome.
collection of books that continues moving. He's like, I can't, and the more I want, Losgar, as he continues to move forward through the bookcase, you can tell that the more anxious he gets, the more the pinkish and the flesh begins to travel up to his neck, almost.
Finn, you might want to bring it down a notch. I think it's spreading a little faster.
Which means I must walk faster.
No, it means breathe. Breathe in. Count to 4.
1, 2, 3.
Breathe out. Count to 4.
1, 2.
I'm gonna rub his back.
You kind of get the sense that he's getting just really, really upset about this. He's just riled, and he's like,
Now.
I'm gonna go sit in the corner. He just like begins to move over, and he just sits down for a second.
All right. We have a couple of wizards. If you can let us know what we might be looking for, what features these books might have that we need, we'll help you out.
Okay. As he continues marching forward, you guys now have an open room. You can see just to the right of the room, you see like a hallway leading up to a staircase. But apart from that, the room is mostly yours.
This fucking guy.
Can I like maybe roll for something that like to see if there is any book that comes out of interest or like
Of interest to you, or of interest to what you just saw, or
interest,
I'll roll investigation.
or well, interest to what we saw.
okay.
Because like
You're rolling investigation checks
Investigation.
to determine
What's this?
things like patron and stuff.
17 plus 1, 18.
You can see that there are a couple things on the shelf that
Yeah.
immediately jump out to you. You
Yeah.
can see Unknown Entities is another famous book
Okay,
that's
cool.
on the side. You can also tell there's different knowledge. There's a different religious book on the side called Gerzuis's Ghasts and Horrors, which is kind of like an amalgam or an encyclopedia of mysterious creatures that leave obvious sigils behind.
Could I grab that book?
Yes, you may.
Yes.
I'd like to make an investigation check as well, just to see if I find any books on devils.
Okay.
That's a 7.
You can see.
Luckily, most of them are on the floor already.
You can see a slight book that says "The History of Begawil," who is the lawful evil, I guess, deity that's present there. What you find is like a lower list of tiers of the 9 hells, as well as different lists of devils that are present. But this book is really, really heavy in text, and it's going to require a long time to decode and figure out where everything is. You can see like some little blotches of pen and dog ears on the side. This book has been horribly mismanaged in the last couple of years.
I offer it to Finnegan anyway.
You
Will
go-
this help?
Oh gosh. And he like starts opening up, and he takes the satchel from the other side of the room. He just starts filling books up, and he's like, "I can't be it."
I'm just gonna continue rubbing.
Yeah,
There.
I'm gonna search too for devil books. Oh, I rolled a 1.
What you find is the exact opposite. However, you find some books on celestials, and you do find a couple handy dandy books and some celestial artifacts that are present. Apart from what you can't really tell.
Find some books on
I will look for
Celestials.
secret doors.
All right.
That's not much help.
Investigation?
Yes.
16.
You find that just behind a bookcase, if you can kind of see like almost an archway to the door. As you begin to look through the staircase, almost you can see a small little sigil circle that's present, just hidden behind the bookcase.
Who's not busy?
I am not busy.
I'm not busy. I have a book on sigils, by the way.
Here, look
Help.
here. And I point. There's something behind this bookcase.
What are you gonna do?
So is the sigil on the bookcase or is it behind the bookcase?
It's behind the bookcase.
Okay.
There's like a
I
little
just take
door
the
frame
shelf.
that's behind.
I just take the whole shelf and I just push it down to the ground.
Give me a strength check.
Natural 20.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
but instead of taking it naturally, you just take the whole bookcase just with one arm and be like, "This might as well go down," and you just like
This is in my way.
yeah, and it just goes. As you see a whole
I
bunch
don't know
of
how to read.
bookcases that immediately just fall over and break into the room almost. And as you go to the other side, you can kind of see this bright sigil that's present on the floor. It begins to like take off other colors. You can see like bright little bits
What's
of
it
purple
doing?
and blue and red. It
I
seems to
know
be
not.
changing colors and moving.
Use your book.
Yeah. Do I recognize? Yeah, because we have a book now.
Yeah.
So opening it, I guess, do we recognize it?
Can you give me a knowledge arcana with
Yes.
advantage?
Yes. That's a 19. Oh, that's a 20 for the first one. And it's like 15 on the second one.
Okay, as you look down, you can see this is a sigil called Gate, which transforms another things to another place. Additionally, when it's red, it does
Uh-huh.
that.
Okay.
When it is blue, sigil changes ever so slightly into a teleportation circle. And when it is green, it changes to power word stun.
And what color is it now?
When it's green, it's power word stun.
Oh, it's
But
shifting.
it's shifting and
colors.
changing.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Dispelling
So what do you
wizards.
see?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll on
Yeah.
Arcana just to see if I can figure out why it's doing that and what we can do about it. I rolled a 12.
You can tell that this thing is very, very. It seems almost made by 3 different people, and it's more or less a combination of all 3. As the sigil is just trying to auto figure it out. As the sigil moves and changes over time, and time bursting into other sigils as it moves. But as you peer a little bit closer into it, you can see the same gnomish letters that begin to change and mix each time. Some of them are demonic, some of them are gnomish, and they just keep shifting and changing.
So I believe it's like a teleportation portal of sorts.
Yeah.
Finnegan, you are
Wait.
fussing about teleportation circles.
Yes.
Can we stabilize this one?
You built this library. What is this room?
I don't know. I never made the room.
Is this library yours or made for someone else?
Made for someone else. I was contacted.
Whose was it? Is it?
Didn't know.
Naturally.
And Nan. Nan was there.
Who is that?
This is sister, I believe.
So, how rapidly is this sigil changing?
Oh, like every 6 seconds.
Wizards, dispel it.
When he looks down for a second as he begins to
The
move
fire-eyed one will be upon us soon.
It's not that simple.
as you start to say that, you're starting to hear like some as the ceiling just begins to move through. You can kind of see like some light dust falling off the back as you're starting to see light footsteps.
Do
Walking
I
its way down the
know
stairs.
if we can
I am going
use
to
it?
I'm gonna stand at the door and prepare an attack. I guess.
Sure, I'll draw my longbow.
Yeah.
Do I know if we can like use the sigil? Like if we use it at the right time, will we get to pick what we do?
Probably.
All right. I think we can make use of this thing. Way I see it, what do we have?
Teleportation, power with stun, and what was the third one? Gate. And gate just takes you to another plane?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can use this thing to go to another plane. We can teleport somewhere else on this plane, or if we wait until it's power with stun, we can gain the upper hand on our friend out there.
Assuming it doesn't stun us.
Mm-hmm.
Would it stun us?
If it stunned you, wouldn't you just go into whatever the next teleportation cycle, but stunned?
That sounds terrible.
I like the second one.
But like, do I know that touching the sigil, like using the sigil, like would that be the same as casting the spell?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it would be pretty much the same as casting a spell normally. So, if you can choose the target of a spell, it should be able to work by pretty much the same principle.
Begin to walk down. You start to hear more
What do you think,
footsteps that begin to walk down the steps, and you're starting to hear just.
You've got a
walking
sense of
slower.
tactics. Which one do you think we should use?
Let's try to stick to this plane, or we can perhaps try to lure our man into this like a trap and blast him out of existence, or stun him and beat the shit out of him.
I think we should stun so we know where our target is.
As you start to see, the lower part of the greaves just begin to hit the ground. The ground as you see the figure before you walk down the stairs at billowing height, and it begins to look down and see all of you there. We're gonna start initiative.
Damn it.
After the
break.
Oh, after
Ready
break,
to
I was gonna
stand.
say like I have a prepared attack.
So ready.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Let's take a break.
yeah.
All right. Stop recording for now. Yeah. Videos go. Audio go. Music by Foxamore. Initiative.
Just one thing, guys. Just one thing. Wait a minute.
Although she'll technically has
I'm just gonna do a quick introduction as well.
Welcome back from the break.
For God's sake. I'm sorry. I need more time to get this done.
Uh-oh.
Should we cut?
Yes. Please
All right.
cut.
Cut
I was
recording.
not ready. You need to go by what I'm also doing as well. You can't just.
Okay.
Cut out my bad dancing.
Don't worry,
moves.
we got you.
We can
Yeah.
never just talk about anything else that you guys want to talk about, and then I'll just introduce.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I love how you have your spells like that laid out, because that's what I do too. When I prep
Yeah,
mine.
it feels good.
Yeah,
to
like
be able
prepared, like
to see them.
yeah. So have Hell Shaboob, Cure Wounds, Shield of Faith.
And that's not everything.
I'm still
I
moving
wouldn't
my
mind
feet. I'm
having
trying
those
to
too.
read
I haven't
something.
looked through
Good.
I just have
but it's
short
not-
little legs.
That kind of
That's
helps.
good. So you don't want the mic table to be
Yeah,
kicked.
Yeah.
it's complicated.
Okay, what do I have
We'll
prepared?
learn. Aisha will find out why.
Yep.
So excited.
Excited to get to learn more about everybody's characters.
Me too.
I have my written story somewhere.
All right,
Where's-
everyone out. I'm gonna go around,
And I can
and we're
read
gonna
that
start.
after.
Clap, I guess.
All right, are we ready to record again?
Here we go.
I've just recorded it.
Oh, then
Okay,
we're
I'm just
fine.
gonna do a clap take then.
Sure. Go.
Okay.
Clap.
Okay, last we left off, it was the entire group party exploring a dark dungeon underneath the Helkan castle.
Not done a little.
Upon discovering
Turn the music
the
down.
rest of the
Yeah.
prisoners, Raveno and Bloodmaw managed to find the other group that was encased inside a small dungeon cellar. Upon escaping, they also met up with another group that was tossed into them by a person in black armor with flaming eyes that managed to circle around their entire helmet. This person was named Finnegan, a wizard of some renown, with pink and purplish spikes that continued up its right arm. They continued down into the dungeon to find a mild phylactery that was full of various different types of species and even elementals and devils that were collected in the phylactery. There's also some elements of the Feywild and Infernal connection that continues in this dungeon. Last we left off, they were in a small library where the same black armored individual went down the stairs into the library itself, and we are at the start of initiative. So, as we continue walking down, you all stand in sort of a little bit of hushed murmurs as the black armor grieves down onto the stairs itself. As it walks down, you can see the bright flaming eyes continue to look and peer over. Before we even start initiative, I believe a prepared attack
Yeah.
was ready by our beloved
Red
Ruby.
Dragon. Woo!
Red Dragonborn that was ready
Ready to fight.
Ready to fight. This fire will probably do
Pitch it.
nothing.
So I'm going to have
You
you
have
roll,
to-
roll a d20, and
Okay.
then I'm going to have everyone roll initiative, and then we are going to go from there.
Do it.
I thought you rolled to dodge with
Is
the breath weapon.
Are you? I thought you were preparing
Yeah,
a physical
with
attack.
the
Can
breath
I-
weapon, they have to make a dex save.
Yes, they do.
Do
Yeah.
a quick. Would I have time to just try to think of based on what I saw of this thing, if I can recall what it is? And
Yes.
okay, that'd be Arcana.
That would be knowledge. Yeah, that would be knowledge arcana.
My total is 20.
You'd be able to tell that this creature is definitely a version of a helm porter.
And
What?
would I also recall that
What?
those things tend to be resistant? Would I know its resistances?
You would know that it is resistant to most forms of bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, and non-magical weapons.
All right. Well, everyone, it's I've seen constructs like this before. I'm not 100% sure it's the same kind I've always seen, but in general, physical damage, not great.
Right.
So,
So I can use my fire now?
Yes.
Yay! Do a
Using
dex save.
Using your fire. All right. As we continue just to go down the stairs, you can see the helm horror begin down.
also, Shoal is, I think, going to be near the sigil, ready
Alright.
to boink it when it's
All right.
on power. It's
After that, you can see the helm horror begin
Yeah,
to
I
move
should
down.
do it. No, I
Down,
can do
Aisha.
it.
As you look to the side, you can see it crouching down. The flaming red eyes burn to the side. You with Roadmont, you kind of feel for a second this striking figure as it moves down, almost as tall as you are. You are almost. You can feel the weight behind each step as it moves down the stairs. You see a sword drawn from its side and a large shield. I need you to, Ruby. I need you to make your attack rolls, please.
It's an attack.
No,
Isn't
No,
it
but
just
you
making
do
a
a dex
save?
save.
No, but you still do damage, so it doesn't matter if the thing's still getting damage.
Okay.
You got this, Ruby?
How much do I do? 2d6. Okay.
Dex save. Dex
Yeah, it all either take all of it or half.
What is your dex save? Your
12.
12? All right. It fails.
All right. So I do. I don't add anything to this, right?
No, you just add your.
Okay, so it's 7.
7. All right. And as you go out in a huge, is it a cone or a line?
It is a cone.
Is it? Yeah. As you blow it out immediately, as everyone kind of moves away for a second from your cone of fire, it just lights at the side of the stage. You can see the curtains that are right next to the stairs erupt in flames as the flames begin to curl up into the ceiling itself. As you can see, like light burrow out as the thing takes 7 points of fire damage.
Nice.
As you guys go down, we're gonna do a startup initiative. Rate the hell now, guys.
Woohoo!
Okay, good luck, guys. Good luck.
Nope.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's my second one.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we're gonna go from
There aren't
this
critical
side to
failures
that
on
side.
initiative,
Bloodmaw, what is
so-
your roll?
14.
Lasgra,
14.
No, is it the straight roll, or are we adding our initiative modifier?
add your modifiers to
Okay,
it
it's
because
14.
I fixed it.
It's 14.
14. Lasgra,
Also 14.
Ruby.
17.
Damn.
Shouldn't be names
Ravno.
1.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Oh, it's okay.
Night Shadow.
She got 6.
Damn.
I'm last.
Ruby, it is your go again. Top of the initiative order.
Alright, let's see here. I got no weapons on me. Just did my one and only breath weapon. Because I think I only get it once. Guess I could just try charging me just with a sword and shield. Is there anything around me I can use as a weapon?
As you see, look to the side. You can see one kind of weapon encased in the glass case that one of Finnegan just threw the books over. It seems to be like a wood made mace, but has 3 skulls attached to it on each side.
Alright, I'm gonna go over there and break it and grab that.
Okay. As you break it, immediately your hands goes as you break it through, and as you kind of like feel around it, it feels really, really light to the
Okay.
handle. It is your go.
I think that's my full because I moved.
You move.
Grabbed it. So that's my
Grabbed
full turn right now, right? Or can I still attack?
You can still attack, I imagine.
All right,
You can just take that action.
Alright, I'm gonna charge and attack him.
All right, do it.
Alright, let's do it. I guess I don't really know how much damage this weapon does, but I do have a mace on my. Let's see here.
Doesn't matter if it's not on you.
So I rolled a 16.
As you go over immediately, you see one of the skulls just break immediately over the helmed horror. I need you to make a 3. No, actually, you don't. You don't have it. So as it manages to break one of the skulls, goes and just breaks immediately as it deals no damage. That is your turn.
Damn!
But it hit.
It did hit. It did no damage though.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Ruby's
Bloodmaw.
about to get plowed.
Oh, yeah. I'll shoot it with my longbow.
All right, in a very small way.
Ooh. 7.
Yeah, as you immediately launch the kind of fire that brought through it, as you see the full weight of this creature just immediately launch an arrow, it just goes, and it just curves right around the air, embedding itself into the fire burnt curtain that sticks onto the wall.
Okay. I will move across the room to get at a better vantage point in my turn.
Okay. Lasgra.
Okay. Are we in dim light or darkness?
Dim light.
Okay. What's the sigil right now?
The sigil right now is... It's at teleportation right now.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to cast Shadow Blade. And
Pardon me.
as
I
my
looked up the spell.
bonus action on this turn,
I don't have that.
it's in Santa's
Oh.
face.
Oh.
A sort of blade of just darkness appears around my hand, and I grasp this blade of darkness, and it can be thrown with a range of 20 or 60, and in dim light or darkness it has advantage, so I'm going to throw this thing. Also, it has a 1 minute duration,
Holy shit. All right.
so...
I think my same spell thing is...
Oh my god, natural 20.
Holy.
Thank God you didn't roll a 1 and went to my back.
Oh, right.
Okay, so immediately comes to your hand, and you go to move to attack forward.
That's so sick.
Shit.
And so I roll damage dice twice, right?
Yes.
Oh my god. 6. 6 and 7. 13 psychic damage.
Holy shit.
That's great.
And other than that, I'm sort of staying back. Is there anything Shoal wants to do?
All right.
Shoal, I think Shoal's just going to stay ready.
Okay.
Tell me when it's attacking, though.
Okay, as you immediately move forward with the Shadow Blade, you immediately...
Oh, I threw it. I didn't move
Oh,
it
you didn't
anywhere.
throw it? Okay,
I'm
sorry.
staying at the back of the room. I'm not
You
going
throw it
close to
immediately-
that thing.
Immediately, it launches directly towards the eyes itself. It just goes chink, and just moves back. You can see the eyes just flame out almost as it moves forward, and you can see the dagger, the Shadow Blade that's still like almost embedded and purses out the side as it moves ever forward towards you. Holy shit.
Magic was effective, guys.
Also, it does dissipate at the end of my turn.
Damn.
From his face. I can
Yes.
get it back as a...
In the name of everything that's beautiful.
That was pretty beautiful.
It's a
Damn.
good spell.
That was
I am
powerful.
very happy I took that spell.
As the Helm Horror moves towards you, Blood Maw. What is your AC, please?
My AC is 18.
Oh,
wow.
Good AC.
I got some good armor.
It rolls a 2, though. I'm going to use my... Shoal is using his portent ability to use up one of my rolls that I did at the beginning of each day
Okay, is it
and
go-
force the thing to roll a 2.
all right. That works out well. Well, anyways, as you goes to move forward, Blood Maw, it just strikes kind of broadly towards you as you just move directly to the side and against the wall. So the blade just and just misses you entirely. It is also going to attack you, Ruby. And I'm gonna guess that it hits because it rolled a 22.
Yep.
It moves me
Ruby.
immediately. It is going to. It's going to strike you down for 13 points of damage. It goes, just
13.
slices immediately,
Ooh.
immediately towards you. As it kind of moves past, it is going to end its turn there, and it is Night Shadow.
Oh, that's
Okay.
correct.
I'm gonna immediately cast Hex on it. It's a bonus action.
All right.
It's a curse. The spell ends. Yeah, okay, yeah. So it automatically does a thing where it's like if I do Eldritch Blast, it's an extra 1d6 damage.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna actually now cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Roll d20, see if it does anything. Yep, it goes through. 16 plus 2 plus 3, so it's 19. So I feel like it hits, right? 19?
No, it does
It
not.
doesn't.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
As it as it immediately launches away from your hand, it immediately pierces and just immediately dissipates the moment you hit it.
Oh!
Helm horrors suck.
Oh my gosh.
You see that hot?
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty high though.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
So,
I'm never gonna do that again.
So that 16 did not hit. I thought it hit.
It was a 16 plus 3.
No, I mean
Oh.
there was a previous 16 that I thought hit because it just didn't
Yeah.
deal any damage, but it missed.
Okay.
Okay, next thing is Raveno.
Okay. I am going to approach it, and I'm going to attempt to cast Inflict Wounds.
All
See
right.
if we can get anything out of that. That's at first level. It's a touch attack.
Do it.
I miss.
Is that a 1?
It is a 7.
Okay, good.
It's 7 plus my spell attack, so that's like 11, which won't do it.
Yeah, as you immediately go before the Helm Horror just sidesteps out of the way before you can actually get a good grasp at it. Ruby, your turn again.
Do I know that this weapon isn't working on him? Can I do would it be a knowledge check?
I think that would be like a basic intelligence.
I mean, that
check.
would be like when I
Perception?
said that like physical attacks are going to be weak, are not going to do very well against it. I think you'd already know that.
Yeah.
Like you'd realize that. I think,
Okay.
from-
I legitly don't have anything else.
I mean,
You could try to smite it,
it'll still
Oh.
do something. It just won't be
because
as
that's
strong.
radiant damage.
Yeah, I can do radiant damage. Oh, yeah.
Paladining is like my job. I got you.
I have sacred weapon. Yeah, I can do that.
Well, you also have like just a smite ability, right?
I don't know if I have.
Higher level.
You have a smite.
It's a higher level, isn't it?
You can smite at 3rd level.
Divine Smite, 2nd level.
It's like an oath ability.
Oh, is it oath?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just have to hit with a weapon attack.
It says protection from evil and good and sanctuary at 3rd level.
No, that's just spell.
No. It's like
Okay.
a paladin ability, Divine Smite.
Okay.
Yo, someone's phone is vibrating.
Not mine.
It's a mystery.
Someone's phone is going off.
It's on the other side.
No, it's over there.
What is that? It's not mine.
Not mine.
Feels like it's not mine. Not mine too.
What is
I turned
vibrating?
my vibrating off.
It has to be on the
This must be upstairs.
Uh-oh.
Someone's phone's upstairs. It's going off.
Okay, phone check. Not yours.
I
right?
don't have my phone, so let me go check.
Could be yours. All right.
I mean, mine's on
I
silent.
think it's the neighbors, man.
really?
Really?
That's
Yeah.
special.
I think it's the table upstairs. I don't think it's the neighbors.
Okay. Would it be in horrible form to take this break to quickly go pee?
When's your turn?
I'm last.
Just go.
Okay. I'll be
I
back.
always forget that my alarms don't listen to
Um,
silent.
Oh god.
So I'm
Sorry
assuming
about that.
we'll-
Mav's gonna try to
I'm gonna
escape.
go this way.
Yep, yep.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
No worries.
I'm
It's
really
okay.
sorry about
That's
that.
why this is episode 0.
That's why. Yeah, it's fine. Just watch the
Yeah, I
mic
got it.
cable. It's a very important one.
Hello, YouTube.
Oh yeah, where are we up?
Okay,
against?
let's keep going.
I can't believe how loud that was.
Right now,
Should
just personal stuff.
we?
It's wood. Okay, this is
Yeah.
Should we wait and then just start a new? Because probably want to start a new collab anyway.
Do we, I think we can just keep going.
Okay.
So yes.
Stuff like that's gonna happen.
Where's Smite? I don't even see it on here. Oh, here it is. Divine Smite.
That might be effective.
Yeah, let's do Divine Smite.
Alright.
Everyone's sandbagging my card.
So I have to roll to attack first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have
What's
to-
your attack modifier?
+4.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, 14's not gonna guarantee you a hit.
Oh no.
Natural 2.
Natural 2.
Yeah, as you go to immediately move around the backhand swing of the mace, you break a second skull immediately off the helm horror, and just shattered bones just fly right all over it, but it doesn't actually do any damage.
Yeah. And I can't.
Got one skull left.
Got one skull left. What happens when the last skull breaks?
Maybe nothing.
Let's try not to figure it out. No. Yeah.
Bloodmaw, your go.
My character's dumb.
Is it like really close up to me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll switch from my longbow to my hand axe, and try to swing at its legs because I know it's heavy like me. It's probably top heavy, so if I can fucking hack at its knee, maybe I can get him to fall down. 19.
Misses.
Fuck.
Entirely as you go to swing for the leg, it just moves up the right leg just closer to its chest. It can just move back and secure its movement. Its shield base way towards you.
This thing.
Is that your turn?
If I move, will I provoke an attack of opportunity?
If you move out of its threatened square, yes.
Okay. Can I body tackle it, or is that an attack?
That's an attack.
Fuck. I guess that's my turn. I guess I will end by, like, bringing my shield up and getting into defensive posture.
Okay.
Damn.
Lasgra.
Yeah, this
Thing's
thing's
tough.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to. I mean, my weapon worked last time, so I'm just going to use my bonus action to recall it, and I'm going to throw it at its face again.
Mav returns.
Natural 20 again.
I don't know.
Huh? Advantage.
Oh, you're
Advantage
good, you're
for,
good.
for dim light. So
Dance-
yeah, that's
dance
a
for the
natural 20
cameras.
again.
Holy shit. Natural 20 again? Holy fuck.
Wow. A lot of 20s.
Love how you
You get advantage in dim light.
ooh, nice.
Okay.
My luck is yours.
12 and 12 plus 11 is 23.
Holy
23. What was it? Psychic damage.
Yep. As you launch directly towards it, the dagger just goes flying towards the arm, and at the moment that it hits the shoulder breaker, it just falls right apart, and the arm just falls right to the ground. The shoulder tackling off on the ground immediately. You just see pieces of armor just clank along the bottom of the stairs as it falls down to the ground.
That is beautiful. Thank you, wizard.
Anything else you wish to do this turn?
Oh, what's the sigil?
Sigil right now. Sigil is gate.
Gate. Okay.
Is Shoal gonna do anything? Chill touch is an attack roll. I think Shoal is good for this turn too.
Okay.
Shoal's just ready on the sigil.
The helm horror continues to move towards strengthening its grip on its one blade. It just continues to move forward. It is going to try and strike you, Ruby. I'm guessing it hits you with 22.
Another 22.
Yeah, this thing's powerful. And you take 13 points of damage again as you immediately strike.
Are you still conscious?
I am unconscious.
No!
As it immediately strikes towards you, it wishes to move past you. It's going to take an attack of opportunity from Bloodmaw.
Ah!
Probably me. So I'm right in front of it.
Yeah. It's going to take an attack of opportunity from both of you.
What's your attack bonus?
This is what happened last time.
What's your attack bonus?
It was
Mark?
only 16. Not enough.
18.
Yeah, as you guys continue to move by and just strike it down from both sides, it proceeds the armor just does nothing to like your weapons don't do anything against it. Just bounces right off, does very little damage that moves towards you, Losgra, and it's going to take an attack at you. Does 17 hit your armor class?
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to strike you down. Damn, it's just been rolling a solid 9 all evening in terms of damage. You're going to take 13 points of damage. It just moves towards you for a stabbing
There's
motion
my
directly onto your left side.
Arcane Ward down to 0, and you said 13?
Yeah, it's 13.
Ooh, I'm not doing great.
Are you unconscious?
Nope. Thankfully, I'm an observer.
Night Shoto, it is your turn.
If I wasn't,
Okay, I'm just gonna attempt another Eldritch Blast. I just feel that's the only thing that's going for me. I'm hoping I'll get lucky.
What's your attack bonus on that?
Spell attack bonus is 5, plus 5.
Damn.
You can do it.
I can do it. Okay, I can do it. I can
was
do
gonna
it.
say,
look at
I
it
have a
mathematically,
14.
right? So you have to roll like at least a 15
Yeah.
or higher.
We got the
Damn.
yeah, I got the Paladin's Blessing.
Shoal's other portent roll is a 14.
Did you roll?
That doesn't really.
Did you roll?
It's a town. That's what I'm gonna
Hey, at least it's not
Yeah.
one.
Maybe just
It is
just
not
blasted
my
on the other
shadow
side.
day.
We are stunted.
Side entirely.
If you can, if anybody can get an attack bonus up to like +6, then I'll get Shoal to use his other portent roll, which is a 14. But I don't know if anybody can get.
No, my attacks are
that
plus
high.
4.
Okay.
14.
Anything
is
you
not
wish to
too
do
helpful.
else Night Shadow this turn?
I mean, that's about it. Oh my god.
Oh shit!
I just remain where I am. I don't move. I mean,
shield.
I cried. I look at you and I have a tear.
One tear.
What?
But on the happy side.
Ravno, it's your go.
Okay.
Ravno, it's your go.
I immediately I approach the fallen dragonborn and I lay on hands for the full 15 HP in my pool.
Nice.
Ooh.
Sweet.
Yeah, you see this divine energy immediately go into Ravno's hands and fingertips directly into Ruby as the red seems to come back into her scales almost.
Nice.
Yeah.
More fighting to do yet.
Am I prone right now?
Kind of. Yeah.
I figured.
And it's half your movement to
We
get
got your
up.
back, Ruby.
As Finnegan kind of gets out of the store for a minute and immediately moves towards the gate. The gate as he takes his spiked hand, he's gonna move past the helmed horror, try and get to it. Finnegan takes it. Oh god, poor Finnegan. He takes 10 points of slashing damage as he's reduced down to 1 HP.
Oh my god.
He immediately moves to the side and he moves past you, Lesgra, as he moves his hand. He's kind of like bleeding all over the floor as he's holding his right side. He's trying to move his way towards the circle. And he's just got the spiked hand ready to look down at the sigil before this happens, as he's just waiting. Ruby, it is your go.
Alright, I get up.
Half your movement go.
Half my movement gone. Do I still have the mace in my hand?
Yes.
Am I able to attack from where I am?
Yes.
Awesome. I'm going to attack and then try and attempt to do the divine smite again. Please.
Oh my god.
Natural 19 on the die.
That's amazing.
Plus
There we
4.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh my
Finally.
god.
And also divine. Like I need to go to divine
So
smite. There we go.
Your smite, you deal 2d8 radiant on top of your damage.
Okay. Well, I don't think my bludgeoning does anything, does it?
Just wait.
All right.
I
Let's
mean,
see.
roll it.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know
So,
what this item does.
how much? How much damage does this weapon do? Since
This
I don't-
weapon does 1d8.
1d8. So this one. So 1d8 first. 4 plus. Is it my strength?
Yeah.
And also my proficiency? Or just
No,
my
No,
not
that's
on
strength.
damage.
Okay, so that is 6.
Okay.
And then 2d8 for the smiting. I got 9 total.
9 total. All right, and I need you to roll 3d8.
Ooh.
What does this thing do? Oh my god, what does it do?
Ooh.
So that is a 14 total.
Damn,
Nice,
that is in
nice.
one single round. One single round.
How much damage was that
26
total?
points of damage.
26 points of
Please
damage. in a
describe
single
what
round.
happened.
So immediately as you bent down with the final skull pointed ahead of you, you break contact with the helmed horror as immediately smashing you. You feel his energy of radiant light burn off as the eyes just go out immediately. Just before this lightning strike branches off from like 6 inches away from it and just strike it down immediately as the helm goes flying off into the distance. The armor shrivels apart to pieces, and that is all for this round.
That
For
was
a
quite
ruby.
That was,
effective.
wow. Go Paladins.
Blood mods, your go.
So there's a pile of armor in front of us, and
Yes.
initiative is still happening.
Yes.
What color is the sigil?
So the sigil right now, it is currently a power word stun.
Oh. Okay. I
I
mean, if you Shoal's me and Shoal are like right next to it, so one of us can. Because it's
is
gonna be my
the
turn. in a
helmet within
second.
kicking range?
Okay, you first need to hit
I mean,
it.
the thing's gonna it's gonna let you cast the spell.
Oh, is that what it does?
Yeah.
Oh.
It lets you cast it if you touch the sigil.
Well, okay.
As far as Laz is aware.
Fine. I will just kick at the armor just to spread it apart further.
Okay,
And,
can you give me a strength check, please?
it wouldn't be dex.
Why would no? It's gonna be about kicking it around.
It's 13.
13. Okay, as you kick about some of the parts, kind of slatters around all over, and you can see like the sword kind of bounce off the armor for a minute and go towards the shield on the ground. Apart from that, you can't really tell what's happening.
Okay. Can I pick up the sword?
Yes.
All right, I will pick up the sword.
As you pick up the sword, you kind of feel it's a little bit more heavier. You can also tell it just seems to have a very long sword almost, but it has like a little bit of flames that are on the side of it.
Cool.
On the side of it that are present. They seem to be almost like a window. As you open them up, you can still see like flames flickering through the portal on the sword.
Interesting. Cool. That'll be my turn.
All right. Lasgra, your go.
Okay. I think Shoal's gonna use the sigil.
Okay.
So what? For if it matters, his DC is 12.
Do you use the sigil? I need you to make an Arcana check.
Arcana check. Okay, Shoal, come on. 20. Arcana. Yeah, that's gonna be 22 total.
Okay, so you needed to get an 18 DC in
Ooh.
order to do
Oh
this
my
anyways. You roll a
God.
DC on the dot. So the moment that you
Oh.
touch your hand to power word stun, you kind of feel it launch. Are you going to launch it anywhere in particular?
I mean, Shoal's gonna target the Helmed Horror.
Yeah, immediately as you move towards the helmed horror, it just kind of like and just breaks a little bit. As the armor begins to break and crack on it, but apart from that, you can't really tell.
Okay. And I'm going to. It's right next to me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action to recall my Shadow Blade, and I'm just gonna use it for melee this time.
Okay. It's advantage. Which one do you have?
12 plus 5 is 17.
You hit it.
Ooh.
When it's in this form, it can't really.
Oh, nice.
All right. And that's 2d8. 4 psychic damage.
4 psychic damage. All right. Immediately hits down. The helmet like breaks a little bit more and cracks. But immediately as you go forward, the armor begins to like as it begins to break back into its form almost and regroup as it begins to work to go there. You can feel like the blade immediately begin to move forward and come out of your grasp. Can you give me a strength saving throw,
sure.
please?
Saving throw?
Yes.
19.
It immediately doesn't reach around. You can tell the helm horror just immediately instead just picks up a shield and just throws it right at Shoal. Joel, what is Shoal's AC?
Uh-oh. Shoal forgot to cast Mage Armor. Shoal's AC is 13.
He hits.
Ooh.
It's okay. Shoal is about to be transported to
You
another plane anyway.
you take 8 bludgeoning damage that is immediately shoved
Oh my god.
right across, and he just kind of flies across the gate for a minute on the other side of the room. He doesn't activate it at all. Night Shadow, it is your go.
Okay, so it is still in that weird form. That's not.
Yeah.
That's okay. My
It's
hex,
still like it's together now.
Yeah,
Now
but-
in like a corporeal form.
Okay, my hex is still in place.
Yes.
It's been an hour. I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast at the thing. Just kill it.
It's 13.
It's 13.
As it immediately blows out the back and just kind of like encapsulates for a second, you can see some books that immediately fly off the shelves from the impact, but it does not hit. It does not do damage. I mean, it hits, but it doesn't do damage. So.
I did something.
Is that your turn? Anything else you'd like to do with this turn? Like check anything, investigate anything?
I don't know. Can I investigate if I can see what is making it maybe like go together or whatever? Or?
Yes, you may. Can you please give me a knowledge religion or a knowledge arcane?
Okay, Arcana. That's 19.
It seems to be attached itself to a realm, so like this thing has like a central connection inside of it that just continues to like regrow and reattach.
Okay.
If you really want to get rid of this thing, you're gonna have to take it someplace else. This thing's gonna keep on coming back.
Okay. So I tell you guys that I'm like, yeah, I can't be here, and it's gonna keep reforming from the inside.
Alright.
All right.
Well, let's use the sigil phone.
Okay. So here's what I'd like to attempt to do. I want to try and grab the creature. Where's the portal? Like, what state is the sigil in right now?
The sigil right now is in. It's gonna. I think it's this turn is gonna be power word
It's still in
stun.
stun?
In like another round, it's gonna like
It
another
hasn't
like after
changed yet?
after yours is gonna change.
Okay. So that means I can't enact my plan. So instead of that,
You can do a check to
I
figure out.
don't know
which
if we
one's
need to
gonna be
grab
nice.
because if we
sure, why not? Is that like knowledge arcana?
Yeah.
Oh god, I have no idea. 6.
Yeah, you can't really tell.
No idea. All right, but that didn't use up my action, did it?
No.
Okay, then I'm just gonna try and
Generally speaking, I only use actions. Like if you're gonna just investigate something, anybody can think about something in 6 seconds.
Okay.
Like it doesn't take a full action to do.
All right.
It kind of implies that I can't cook and think about churches at the same time.
Okay. In which case, I'm gonna try weapon attack.
Okay.
Oh my god. 13
Nothing.
with. And
Yeah,
that's
so as
it.
you immediately like, hit it towards you, nothing happens. Your weapon just immediately just bounces right off.
Ugh.
And immediately turns towards Finnegan's turn as the portal changes. All right. It's changed into a gate spell that immediately happens. And kind of towards Warren. Finnegan is going to move his hand directly over the spiked hand for a minute. As you can kind of see flames almost rise up as he touches the sigil. Infernal flames wrap around his spiked arm as he just immediately casts it towards the helmed horror. Oh god. Fuck! Just give me a second. I wrote this fucking down. Just in case Finnegan was gonna pull this nonsense.
Oh,
my goodness.
Finn, what have you done?
no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
It fucking hits.
Okay.
Yeah, as the infernal flames are gonna rise up out of his one spiked hand into another, you can see spikes like slowly start to grow and grow past his collarbone and circle around his other arm as he casts it on the helmed horror. The flames kind of like wrap around it and it's immediately just like sucked into a primal energy almost and pushed through Finnegan's hand on the other side, and the sigil stops for a moment and stops glowing, and the helmed horror is gone.
Oh,
Nicely done.
good job,
Go
guys.
to
We
a sword.
solved your helm
The
horror
helmed horror,
mystery.
the sword's gone.
The sword disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a beauty. We'll find out one.
As you can kind of tell Finnegan now, Finnegan's got like one side of spikes on one side and one spikes on the other that is just slowly encapsulating both of his arms. They just kind of like slink back. And
Be
he's
not
like,
afraid, pink one.
And he's like slowly bleeding
Said
out on the
when you
ground. He's
heal.
like, I hurt!
I'm going to go up and do lay on hands.
Yeah.
On him. I will give him 5 for now.
Oh god.
We might need the rest.
It's good because he had like 2 health points left. Wait, you already did 5, right? Oops. Okay. As it immediately gets back up, the room is just ruined and scatters. But what does lie in the room where the helm horror dropped is you see a small, tiny little key. It's that's present in kind of blackened and charcoal. You can kind of see like it has cracks into it that kind of glow this nice red. This kind of imbues off. Yeah.
Switch to battle music. No, away from battle music. We're out of combat, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we don't need battle music.
And Shoal's
Need, like,
casting
chill music.
I am going to put my hand on Finn's cheek and be like, "Thank you for saving us. We will figure out how to stop you from becoming such a horror."
I collect the key.
Yeah, as you immediately pick up the key automatically seems a little bit more heavy than a key should be, and you can kind of tell it's just warm to the touch.
This
Almost
is hot.
Oh.
A little hot. Not very hot. A little.
Yeah.
And too heavy for what it is.
I think I'm in the corner helping Shoal to his feet, and I give him a stern talking to, and then he casts Mage Armor. Just in case.
That was a rough one.
Oh my gosh.
Come horrors, they're not fun.
They have that high AC.
Yeah, they do.
I forgot to cast Shield when it tried to hit me.
Oh well.
I guess I have this weird skull blasted mace now.
Yeah, do you want to give me an investigation check on it?
Sure. It's I only get a -1 on that, but.
Well, anybody can take a look at it.
Oh, 18.
You can identify this mace as light bakor, and what light bakor is this? It's a type of hobgoblin mace that has each a charge attached to the skull. When the skull breaks, and you can really feel an effective hitting, it casts lightning bolt immediately. It only has
Okay.
3 charges on it.
So now it's just a regular mace.
Now it's just a broken mace.
I will hold on to this
Club,
broken.
really.
I'll hold on to this broken mace. Broken mace.
It could recharge each day.
Maybe.
Oh,
You
actually.
get the sense that's not really how it works. Once the skulls are broken, it's back.
We'll find new skulls.
Isn't there a mend spell?
There is.
That
But it has
doesn't-
to be in, like,
would be
2
clever.
pieces,
It
not
doesn't
in-
restore magic effects.
Oh,
or
doesn't?
something,
No.
Damn.
That's true.
It just puts it back together.
Okay.
So like the aesthetic, fixed. The enchantment, not fixed.
I do like this.
Would that make it at least work as a mace, though?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna cast
A very
Mending
breakable
on
mace.
it. Yeah, I'm still gonna cast Mending on it. Just
Yes, you cast
got one
mending.
good swing.
Yeah, as you cast mending on it, you can find the fragments of the skull immediately like reform immediately into 3 separately formed skulls, but you notice the magic is gone.
Aw.
It's not gonna do that lightning thing anymore, but at least it's something with it once.
Shall we see what's at the top of those stairs?
Higher ground is better vantage point.
Very well. And I start up the stairs.
I put my hand on Finn's back and walk him up.
Yeah, he immediately sounds like he's limping and he's holding on his side still as he begins to walk up the stairs, and he kind of looks at you for a minute and is like, "This wasn't a fun day. I don't like this at all." You kind of like look down at his cut almost. You can kind of see there's new pink starting to form around it almost, and this glowing a bright red as it begins to grow ever more quickly.
Not looking so good, Finnegan.
I don't know if this would work or not. A devil and a fiend the same thing. Would I be able to use turn the unholy on him and make this go away?
You might
to
make
you.
him want to try and run away.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, it's not like you will make it detach. You would just make
No,
it.
I don't know what would
Worth a
happen if I
shot.
did it. If worse comes to worse, I will try to remove the spell on you.
We lose an NPC.
And he begins just kind of like by one hand, just like continue to go up the stair. And the stairs more as you.
I think Shoal is gonna kind of tug on Revenant's sleeve and
Why are you touching me?
Can I see the key?
Oh,
I give it back.
yes. And I hand the key over.
And Shoal's going to use Identify on the key.
I always eat. Inconvenient times. I slighted someone once and they cursed me.
It's like cursing someone to just have a tiny pebble in their shoe.
Oh,
But that's the worst.
Exactly. That's why
I have
it's
it here if you need to see it.
ma'am. This item more or less unlocks arcane locks that have a trap in them. So, for instance, if a lock that pertains to this key were to be used, it would bypass like a trap that was put into place. Usually, of infernal stuff, it would be like a hellish rebuke or a guardian circle or something like that.
If used with lock, if lock has a magic trap, then it will be okay with this key. It will not trigger trap.
That's very good.
Thank you.
That's useful. Yeah.
Shall I hold on to that?
Yeah.
I take the key back.
As you guys continue walking up the stairs, you can kind of see a long abandoned castle almost. It seems dark and gritty. There's very few little bits of colors, a lot of black, a lot of grays. It opens up in this huge hallway. The roofs themselves are like 20 feet large. You can see huge cathedral-like architecture on the top. As you look to the side, you see several paintings. You can see flowers that have wilted. But as you look around, you start to see very specific holy sigils put in place about every 5 feet on the walls.
Can I read them?
Can you give me a knowledge religion?
I'm not good at that either.
Oh, I also have that book. So I can-
9.
You know that these look like good religious symbols.
These look.
Shoal has it
these
trained. Oh
look
my
good.
god.
Shoal got a nat.
Shoal has that trained as well. It was a natural 20.
no.
You can tell this is
Religion.
a specific holy sigil of the cedar, which is a god of life, particularly.
Wow.
That this sigil is meant to ward off evil and undead.
Is this place familiar at all?
Our greatest fears.
I hate this. This place looks somewhat similar to the when you first walked in. If you walked into the mansion when you first came in, it looks very similar to the aesthetic of the house. But you managed to walk into another case, so you can tell that the place that you broke in through the dungeon, this looks very similar.
Okay.
This looks like a general area.
I would like to use my ability, Primeval Awareness. I will use a spell slot for 5 minutes and get a sense of all the creatures within 1 mile. 6 miles if it's grassland.
Well, it's not grassland. This is currently a building, but you're surrounded by grassland, so this is good. You can tell within less than 2 miles, there are 2 vampires present.
Whoa.
5 vampire spawn. A fiendish gnome.
2 vamps, 5 vamp spawn, 2 gnomes?
Yeah.
Fiendish gnomes?
Yeah. No, just 1 fiendish gnome. And 25 imps.
Holy shit. 25 imps. I have terrible news.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
We need to
I
get
know.
far from this wretched place. We are surrounded by vampires. Lots of imps
Should we
and their ilk.
Should we go back down the stairs and cast teleportation with that sigil?
Perhaps not the worst idea.
And leave this evil unchecked?
We can come back for it later.
There are 2 vampires. 5 vampire buddies. I forget what they're called.
Spawn.
Spawn.
Vampire buddies, I like it.
Very
Vampire
suspicious
buddies.
gnome.
You show on TBS.
And 25 imps. There is something hellish happening here.
So your buddy's a vampire.
They speak on
Finnegan, do you know anything of vampires?
I thought you said bunny, and I was like, probably.
We don't even have a weapons.
I read those books as a child.
And like as Finnegan looks up at you for a minute, he's like, Danielle was particularly interested in them.
His father thought he was one.
His father? Oh yeah, that guy. I hate him.
Why?
He's old and stupid. Thinks young people are dumb.
Young people can be dumb.
I'm 40. I'm not dumb.
You are young.
Very young.
Aw.
Wow, my character's a baby. I'm like 18.
Baby.
By Dragonborn
What did
standards.
Danielle
As you
say?
begin to walk, as you begin to look around, you kind of see like you kind of feel something running in your direction
Something is
almost.
coming.
Longsword ready.
As you begin to
Weird ass mace ready.
run over, you can see like a half orc in the distance with long black hair, kind of flowing in the distance, and he's running like directly towards you, like full booking it as he sees all of you for a second. He's kind of like tattered down. He's
Halt!
only wearing like leather armored pants. He's running away.
I will say halt in Orcish.
Yeah, and he will say, "Move!" in Orcish. He's running away, and you can kind of tell, like, yours too passive perception. He's like bleeding blood all over the place. He's got like tiny little puncture marks all over his arms. He's just like fully booking it, and you can tell that there's something big, very big, headed your direction.
Oh god.
Follow him. Is he one of the vampires?
You can't really tell.
Okay.
Can I detect good and evil?
Hey, that's a thing.
Yeah, as you detect good and evil, you can immediately tell this guy is a good guy, and he is not. He wants to be nowhere near here.
Let's follow him.
Follow him.
Very well.
Do it.
I just copied your voice.
So he's not running into the church or anything.
No, he's running down another hallway. Okay, cool. 30 more minutes until what?
Nothing.
Okay, cool. As he begins to run, he like runs past all of you. That's about it.
Follow him.
Oh, I guess we're all bucket.
Follow him.
Yeah, as he begins to run forward, he kind of like sees a door. Door's just ahead. He just like knocks in.
We have key.
He knocks in immediately. It's like no time. He just like kicks down a door entirely. You can see the stone door as he kicks it, just like immediately breaks over again. As the overhand swings it, another wall just goes down immediately. Just brings through the door entirely. As he just
Are you running
runs
from the
in.
vampires?
He's like, just get in.
Move.
Is he not wearing a shirt right now?
He is not wearing a shirt.
Is he hot?
He's about 6'5", and like you can tell he's got like a little bit of fat in his bones, but he's made of a lot of muscle, and he just like totally broke down a stone door like it was nothing.
I ask his name.
I feel a tinge.
That's pretty hot. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks at you and he's like, Fingir, just get in.
So I guess we all go in?
As you immediately go and you can kind of see the small room that kind of equates into a large circular room, kind of filled with libraries, more trinkets as it moves towards, and you can see a small little imp on the other side of the room, just silently sleeping. As me like, what? And immediately just like,
I
Can I?
barred the door.
Oh, I was gonna say, can I kick it?
give me an attack roll.
Oh my goodness.
It's an imp.
He moves in. You can see Fenrir just immediately just like get it, and he immediately just like begins to pull over more bookcases to cover the door.
So
Yeah, I'll help.
when
I'll help
I
lock the door.
when I go to kick the imp,
check.
do I just add strength?
You just add your attack roll.
Okay, 19.
19. Okay, you hit it like immediately.
Oh my god.
I just
So 11 for my
I
strength.
just
Look at
bring
that
friend
friend
in.
him.
Yeah, you
Oh
guys
my
immediately
goodness.
managed to get 2 bookcases immediately covering the door.
Good.
You can kind of see like he's
What
like,
follows?
something, I don't know what.
We are friends. I am Egreth.
Thank you. And he just like shakes your hand. And immediately, poor imp. He
Oh
had,
my
nothing,
goodness.
he had nothing coming to him.
Although if you're not trained in unarmed, I think it only does 1 bludgeoning damage.
I just booted it. That's it.
Just randomly just.
Isn't it technically non-lethal if you're?
You can decide.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
switch back to
non.
battle
I
music?
think
I
it
thought
can
it
only
was
be
non-lethal
lethal
if you're not trained. I
Yeah, I
thought.
think if you're trained, it can be lethal, but otherwise.
I mean, I was told the imps were evil, so I kicked the imp.
Generally not nice.
Although I don't think non-lethal damage is a thing in this.
Yeah,
system.
so what was your attack?
19.
Yeah, you fucking hit it.
There's now an imp-shaped smear.
Did he like bounce off the wall? Because that'd be great.
Yeah, can you give me the way I don't like doing that. I like doing a 2d4 halved.
2d4 halved? Okay.
Yeah.
D4 is 1. Oh, I only got 1.21. Okay.
1.21. They're all pointy ones. They're caltrops.
5.
No, 2. No.
Oh.
Sorry. I went 1d4 half.
Okay, sorry.
Just take the higher result. I don't care.
2.
Yeah,
One
so
point
1.
budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you immediately just like kick it right to the wall and as it goes to the ground. It's like, wait.
I stopped.
Why
and looked
should
at
we?
it.
I'd prefer if you didn't.
What are you doing
Obviously.
here?
I'm sleeping.
Do you live here?
Of course I sleep.
What are you called?
Kevin.
Kevin. Who is thy master, Kevin?
I am my master.
How came you to be here, Kevin?
Walk through the portal.
In the library?
Of the portal.
Where?
Upstairs.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. And I do 1 point of lay on hand.
If you lay on hand it, you actually hurt it more.
Oh my god. Can you just stop touching our friends?
He did not mean that.
That's really
Vidgear.
It was a mistake.
yeah. He like looks towards you for a minute.
How-
And he's like, he starts just like taking pages off of books in the corner. He just starts
Sure,
wiping
no, I'll,
blood off immediately. He just rips out another page and he just starts.
How came you to be here?
The whole group of us came down, went to the other side, other dungeon. Things attacked, I ran. I think I'm the only one that made it.
You left your friends.
There was either that or dying.
Dying is
Can I
always
insight?
better than
I want to know if
running
he's
in
telling me.
Sure. I'll insight check him too. I'm talking to his face.
Oh gosh, I can't roll for beans.
Can't roll
It's
for
a
beans.
9 to insight.
11.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Well,
Never mind.
my character's gonna be like, dying is better than running. It's like running from fear. I
He
don't
takes a
know.
look, he takes a look at Ruby and then takes a look at all of you, and he's like,
These were captives. I was lost, and I helped them escape.
I was no captive.
You were chained to a wall.
And my foot was in a trap, fool!
Sounds like captive enough to me.
Temporary captive.
Do you know the way out of here?
I know a little.
What was chasing you?
I don't know.
Did you find any vampires?
No. Should I have?
Perhaps. Who sent you here?
I was traveling. I on the way to Lake Reach. Next thing I knew, I was down here. Ugh.
Where are you from?
Lake Reach. What?
Did you see what attacked you?
There was no seeing. Just picked up things and threw them.
Can I do like a nature check to see if I know anything about creatures that attack that are invisible?
Yes.
Would that be nature?
Or
what?
arcana,
Yeah,
either one?
Nature.
Nature?
Especially with like in tune with what you know
Because
about
like
this
it's
place
a
already.
creature, right?
Yeah.
Ah, that's the
So
only.
that's 14.
Can you roll lore checks on trained? I forget.
Or you can at disadvantage.
Okay.
Because just you don't know lore. Like I know that like
Yeah.
I know Abraham Lincoln was like
Shoal's gonna try.
was the president of the United States. But you tell me the date.
Figure it
Oh,
out. Shoal's check on nature is 13.
No, what was your check?
14.
Yeah, you have no idea.
But because Shoal has the sage background, does the does the researcher ability, like, is this a secret knowledge, or can Shoal kind of like have a sense of where to actually find information on something like that?
I think Shoal would. Yeah, not really the part of the world where Shoal would know.
Okay. So he'd be aware that like there isn't much on this thing.
Yeah.
What is the last thing you remember before you woke up here?
I made a deal.
With?
Some gnome. Walk through. said to protect him through this area. Said yes, we were attacked.
I look pointedly at Finnegan.
Yes?
You're not that gnome.
Do I look like a gnome?
You look little.
I'm human. Just frail.
My memory fails from time to time.
Well, for now, anyways.
Well, we have managed to collect several bits of evidence that some sort of gnome, or at least someone who speaks gnome, has been, I believe, facilitating some kind of deal between some infernal creatures and some fae. So chances are that gnome had something to do with it.
What gnome makes pacts with Begewel?
Excuse you?
We have a book concerning that name, do we not? Finnegan, did I not hand you a book?
I didn't have any books.
Oh, God help us.
But I do know a little bit about Begewel. It came about, human god, originated the fiends. Knows a little bit about that's likes contracts, deals with pacts and demons. Usually places where bad people go. That's what I know. But it's not usually pacts are usually bad things.
It depends, buddy.
Did that make you uncomfortable?
Kind of, yeah. They could be good packs.
Not everyone has someone watching over them.
Well, okay, it's complicated. Let's just put it on that.
Does that concern you?
Not really now. It's okay. Just want to make sure that we're all just, open-minded about things.
Like pacts?
But, yeah.
With extraplanar entities?
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
As Thingy just looks around for a minute, he's like, but I think I know a way out.
Could you show us?
If we keep running this way, there should be out of the hallway that gets out into a central room. That's
What
all.
of the imp?
Kevin,
Yes.
do you know your way around here, Kevin?
Yes. What?
Just love that name. It's so random.
Would you show us the way out?
Yes.
If you deceive us, I will smush you into imp paste.
That sounds unhealthy. Very not edible.
Then you will be a wasted smear if you deceive us.
Okay.
Inside check.
We're
7.
hiding in
It's
here,
not very good.
Kevin.
It's an 8.
He seems calm but convinced.
We know there's others of your ilk around here. Is there a reason you're in here and not with a lot of them?
It's less hot.
Wouldn't it? An imp that doesn't like the heat.
No. I like cool spaces and being left alone.
Well, I can respect that.
But you're not getting it. and I pick him up by the back of his shirt and put him on my shoulder.
Alright, we ready to get out of here?
Yes. Please bring it up. Yes.
Let's
Any
make
other
friends.
information you can tell us? Other creatures you saw? Traps? Anything else?
I know if we get out of here, we're gonna be back. I know. They're not too interested in taking us alive.
Were there more captives?
Yeah. I saw 200, maybe 300 bones down there.
Oh my god.
Bones.
Are there any living captives?
None that I could get.
You said us. Who's this entity that would want to do harm to us and to an imp?
Wait, what?
You said us. You said they won't take us alive.
Well, excluding that thing. He just looks at the Am and Kevin just seems vague.
Oh, I thought Kevin was talking. You had Kevin and the orc's voice quite close. I thought Kevin was.
Kevin speaks like this. Kevin speaks like this.
Yeah, I thought Kevin was the one saying that they won't take us alive. Okay.
Kevin, what do you know about the creatures who live here?
They're great. They leave me alone.
Vampires?
They're cool.
How long have they been here?
A while.
You are so helpful, Kevin.
Thank you.
Do they sparkle?
No.
Well, let's go. I don't know why I did that voice.
Very well.
Do it again.
Okay, as you immediately begin to walk outside
Show
of
us the way out, Kevin.
the stone corridor, it's Kevin's on your shoulder. And the moment he gets into the clear hallway, just invisible, and he's gone.
Oh my god!
I will smash him to imp
I mean,
paste.
surely you get like a reflex, like a dex save to try and.
Grab him.
Yeah.
Dex save at disadvantage.
Oh,
Oh
who?
my.
Only Ruby.
Come on, Ruby. Grab his tail.
Oh no.
Oh.
Wait.
2 bad rolls.
Yep. I rolled a 1.
Yeah, immediately, and you just hear light flapping, and Kevin's gone.
Oh my
In the
god.
moment he gets
Well,
there.
at least we know it's this way.
Worthless.
Oh,
Never trust an imp.
I did not trust the imp.
we were so nice to him too.
I wasn't.
All right, Veneer.
As Fedora immediately looks, Hengir immediately looks around. He's like, "It's just this way. I think we have an idea of where we're supposed to go."
Let's do it. Lead the way. We'll
Very well.
follow.
Okay, and immediately as you guys break through, you see another large door there. There it has this large lock that's imprinted on the side of it.
Try the key.
Very well. I tried the key.
As you open up the key, you can see this large armory room with a brazier that seems to be lighting a flame. The flame gives off this bright red maroon, almost like this blood. You can see a hall of weapons and
Excellent.
armor to the side.
Is
Armor
the shield
sounds.
there?
Give me an investigation, I'll tell you.
Alright.
I am looking for silver.
Well, I got a 7.
22.
Nice.
There is no silver here.
Okay, but do I find what else? Like any other useful axes?
You can see a lot.
longbows?
You can pretty much see any type of equipment that you need here. This is a huge room of weaponry.
Alright.
Mostly weapons?
Is
Is there
Mostly
armor as well?
weapons.
Is
There's
our
not a lot of armor
stuff here?
Yes, your stuff is here.
Okay. Can we grab our stuff?
Re-equip.
Yep. Pursue it
So
on.
they find my shield or no?
Yeah, you did.
Awesome.
Have we seen
Okay.
any sign of my retainers yet?
No sign of your retainers yet.
You were missing
I hope
someone.
they're okay. Yeah, I had a couple of retainers that kind of carried a lot of me and Shul's stuff, and they waited out. So I went into this house, and everything went black, and that's when I woke up in jail. My retainers stayed outside. I don't know where they are, so
Perhaps they seek. Perhaps they're looking for you.
let's keep an
They
eye
may
out
not
for
have
them.
been captured.
They're goblins too, like Goblin, the little one.
You have quite the entourage.
Well, you know what I do for a living.
A band?
Are there any axes better than mine?
No. They all seem like pretty normal weapons.
Okay.
None of them are magical or enchanted in any way. You'd be able to tell if they were.
Okay. I'll take any extra javelins I find. I'll
Okay.
have extra
You find
javelins on
about
hand.
4.
Fucking A.
Half orc.
Nice.
Yeah.
Arm thyself.
Don't need to. What?
So what's
I
your?
broke down a
what's
stone door with these.
So a practitioner of what do they call this? Martial arts? Martial. I don't know how to say it.
I punch things.
Is there any like sigils or holy symbols in here, or just weapons?
It seems to be a lot of weapons. I mean, you can give me a knowledge of nature or a knowledge of religion.
Okay.
You guys can like freely give me checks if you guys want to like look for anything in particular.
Well, I rolled a 3, so I guess I don't find anything.
Yeah, you don't see dick.
Okay, well, I'll roll for a
Well,
con to see
yeah.
if I detect any like
Roll for
magical effects or
pants.
whatever. Just
Okay.
room. Okay,
There's no
let's
need for
say-
pants.
Shoot, sorry.
Is your
15.
character not wearing pants?
I have a drawing.
Oh, 16.
Okay.
16?
I'll see
Yeah.
you later.
You can tell that like
It's like
Pengear is definitely
Okay.
definitely has like some form of magical energy radiating throughout him,
Uh-huh.
but you can't really tell.
Okay.
I will look for poisoned arrows. Natural 18. Plus 3, 21.
You do happen to find like 2 poisoned arrows.
Nice.
Ooh, awesome.
They seem to be rather like uncollected or unworthy of any type of stuff from the people who are given here.
It's fine.
Is there any?
And Finnegan like looks around for a minute. He's like,
How are you doing, Finnegan?
"What do you care?"
I need your information.
Ow!
What do you know of werewolves?
What?
Werewolves!
They're bad. Well, they're all bad.
How do I kill them?
Stab them. Like everything else, just stab until it stops moving. Not particularly difficult. I prefer to fry them.
You promised you'd give me information.
Yes, yes.
Give me information!
I'll give you information when I damn well please.
Intimidation.
I'm gonna also, by the way, look around for
A 12.
a light crossbow.
He is unintimidated by you.
Do I need to
He's
roll
like-
investigate to look for a light crossbow, by the way?
Yes, he's like, I'm not being tossed around by you anymore. What's the worst that could happen? I die?
You'll be transformed into a fiend.
It's already looking like that's the case.
I can try to turn you.
Do it.
Really?
What's going to happen is he's going to transform into a demon and attack us.
That is...
Better leave him here amongst his kind.
I don't know why should I be
Leave him to the
offended right
imps.
now? We said we'd help him.
I think we should.
I said I would help him in exchange for information, which he's not giving me.
We said we'd help him. We didn't say we'd not be helping him to not become a threat to anybody else.
Be patient.
I think we should give it a chance in case we find a cure. And he's still helpful to us.
Fine, but we need to get out of here. It's dangerous.
Also, Shoal used
Do you
his,
think so?
his 14 to get a total of 16 on an investigation.
Find a
I
light
rolled
crossbow?
15. Yeah.
Totally found one.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you found 3.
Ooh. I don't need one. How many? I guess we don't need to track bolts, do we?
No. Well, I mean, like, for right now, like, how many do you have any bolts? Or no?
No.
You need to make a separate one for bolts.
Okay.
Okay.
Because we're both going to look for bolts.
Just gonna run to the bathroom, guys.
Ooh. Yeah, Shoal got a natural 20 looking for bolts.
You happen to find 7,
Yeah.
2 of which are poison.
Ooh.
Can I try to see if there's any like potions or like holy water or anything like that?
Yes, you may.
Why is this dice? Is this still -1? Yeah, 9.
You happen to find, like, 3 alchemical bottles.
But I don't know what they
You
do.
have no idea what they do.
Do you want them?
I'm like, I go up to you. What are these?
I'll roll for is it
It's Arcana.
Arcana? I'll do it again.
It's Hella Arcana.
13.
There are 2 health potions and one of them that is unidentifiable.
There are 2 health potions, and one's I don't know what the other one is.
And, like,
who is hurt right now?
most
Me and
people.
Shoal are.
I'm. We didn't rest yet, right? So I'm a bit hurt.
You guys are starting to hear, like, some light clawing of wood on the other side of the
Jesus.
bookcase. You guys are starting to hear, like, on the other side. The sides, you guys are starting to hear, like, just scraping on the wood. You're starting to hear, like, light shaking off the bookcase almost, but it's not necessarily, like, it doesn't feel like it's urgent.
I'll use the washroom.
I still feel like we should go.
Washroom real quick, sorry.
Taking a small break. Is that what's
Sir,
happening?
Small break. I'm just trying to, like, because if there's
You can
2
go.
health
Yeah.
potions.
Go!
We
Sorry.
only have 5 more minutes
Oh,
until
okay. You know what? You know what? I'll wait.
Sorry.
We have to
No
end.
worries. No worries.
That's when we have to end?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have to go.
No worries.
Okay. As it goes on, and Finnegan's like, I'd like to take a little bit of a rest. As long as we take this room for a minute and just not move, should be okay. Just a small rest.
I do not need to rest. I will watch the door.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
I will
yeah,
lean
yeah,
against
I know.
the door for more weight and rest.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
short rest
it's holding against
doesn't
your door.
necessarily
You can
Short
see
rest
like
is fine.
Pengier like slowly move towards Finnegan. He's like, "What do you know about this place?" And he's like, "I don't know. I have no idea.
You built the library. You know more than you let on.
I just built the library. That's all I did. I don't want to talk like that now. That's all I did. Do nothing else."
You
Just
didn't-
Insight?
Yeah.
This is a short rest, by the way.
18.
Pardon?
Short rest.
Short rest is 8.
Okay.
And you can tell that like he made the library, but apart from that, like he can tell a lot more about like the books that are present, like what type of stuff that was here.
Cool. But yeah, you didn't see like the surrounding area. You didn't see any other parts of this castle or dungeon.
No,
Did they
escorted
hide
me
it from
right
you?
in.
I believe you, but it seems unlikely.
Well, the architecture's changed.
How?
I don't know.
It did not look this way when you were here last?
No,
How long ago was that?
about a year.
So they did renovations.
And you can immediately see as Pengu begins to move closer, he's like, "What more do you know?" And Finnegan just, "I don't know. I'm just trying to make sure. And Pengier moves towards ever closer, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sure you know something." And he like grabs him by the cuff of his collar, and just immediately begins to like lift him up and like slam him against the wall. "What more do you know?"
My character is going to try to stop him, I guess. Even though he's hot.
He's hot, but he must be stopped.
I'm gonna grapple him. Yeah, 11.
Okay, as he immediately moves towards you, and as you like go to punch him,
Oh, I'm not trying to punch
Well,
him, just grapple him.
grapple him. As
Yeah.
you immediately go to grapple him, your arm immediately fades through his arm. Immediately, and just below the illusion seems to fade. And it's a small imp that grabs, calling Finnegan up off his legs, and you can kind of see like a light little smile at him, like, and then just both of them pop out of existence. And you can still hear the slight little like clawing on the end of the bookcase.
I hate imps.
Imps and Finnegan are gone.
Well, it explains why I didn't detect any half-orcs.
Fucking Kevin.
The hot district.
And we're gonna wrap this up. And we will see again next week.
Don't forget to do
Session 0
your
complete.
Thanks for
restored hit
watching
points for short
Quests
rest.
and Queers, music by Foxamore in association with Toronto Gamers. We will be back for episode 1 with fewer bumps and a much smoother recording. So, whenever that might be, stay tuned, subscribe, follow, etc., etc. Have a good night, everybody. Or good morning, or whatever day it is. Thank you for joining Quests and Queers. Thanks for coming out, everybody.
We did it!
Yeah.
Episode
I thought
0.
we had so much more time.